in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry, for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Me, na Yusuf Jallo, the Cowfoot Prince. And you, they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live inside Freetown. Na to the last.
Matonya ye pe gwo ela we Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa to mi na ni FM we Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gwo ela we Anya buda tonya ye mi aloma Tonya ye le mi amome Ya bone jagbe nya le geja ti anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gwo ela we Mi atanu isi vena Na bolo abo mi do eva Anya buda je pe bulu abo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gwo ela Amiaga tole apapa ngoti taloba pepe nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aya gbogbe chawa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede bede amukeni mo ya de skini mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga e Ayo Ya bone se wo matonya ye pe gwo ela we Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa to mi na ni FM we Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gwo ela we Anya buda tonya ye mi aloma Tonya ye le mi amome Nyabo ne jagbe nyale de jati ya nyale dwe mi do nyango ngolo to nya ye pe gwo ela we. Mi ata nu isi vena. Na bo la bo mi do eva. Ah nyabo ra je pe gbu la bo mi wa bi do to nya ye pe gwo ela. Amiaga tole akpakpa go titalo ba pepe ne be da pe ne gbe nugo ma o aya gbo gbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede be da mo kini mo ya de kini mo ni da ke za ke fe me e bi lo to me gbo ka mi aga pinga e
It's a beautiful country. It's beautiful people.
Indeed, Sir Leon, we all Leon. Good morning, assalamu alaikum. Good morning and welcome today in our Tuesday, 24th day in the month of February 2026. We did, I think, day 6 now in the month of day 7, I think, in Ramadan. Day 6 or 7. Yeah, we almost get into a week, if we're not already in a week of fasting. You know, alhamdulillah, I'll tell Allah thank you that we get the strength and the well body for able to do this. We pray that the people away sick, people them way no able go to them, let Allah make them easy for them. But good morning and welcome. There's a blessed Tuesday morning, and yesterday evening there's this breaking news about, you know, issues around Falaba between Sierra Leone military officers and Guinean officers. Them, you know, we've been going to update about that. So we're going to talk to man Frederick, but we also want to go and look at how Yenga is, the area Kailan. We'll talk to Imana Kailan as well. You know, I see, sorry, a lot of people and share the video and also tag me in some of the posts them. Yeah, we don't see them yesterday. We engaged with colleague them na then 2 parts in there, and apparently it's not in Kailau, it's in Falaba area, you know, I think Mongo or so. So we will bring an update to that, and I appreciate the trust, you know. Well, good morning. I hope you all get a good night and a blessed time with a family, and whether you're single as well with yourself. and hope you wake well this morning, whether you dey prepare yourself for go work, you dey prepare the picking them for go school, you dey drive you keke, you dey ride you keke, you dey drive your car, you dey na poda, waka find bus, wherever you are, good morning and welcome. You don't pray this morning, you sit down on your veranda, they listen to we, good morning and welcome. We people right across the country, we want to say very good morning to una. Our partner station then na Pujeun, na Kailaun, na Falaba as well. We want to say very good morning to all the people that they listen to. And people in the diaspora as well, where they listen to we and watch we to Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We want to say very good morning and welcome to una. Well, depend on who's you day, the time right now. You know, sometimes a very early morning. Well, I don't know, but yeah, time difference. But good morning to una all and welcome. We want to say good morning to His Excellency, the President, the First Lady, and the First Family, and the security officers, them, the military, the police, the correctional officers, the firefighters, the traffic warden, and all the other people, them, where they keep we safe. You know, when we're indoors, sleeping and resting, they're outside protecting us. We salute you and thank you for our service, and pray you will continue to get the strength and energy for do what you know they do. Good morning to all the people them na radio land, people who would listen to we on radio right across the country. People them na Lunge, or people them na Putloko, Bakeloko, White Man's London. Morning greetings to me friend and brother DJ Box. Hope you're getting better. I wishing you the very best. And very good morning to we people in McKinney as well. People in Bombali district, people in Karine, people in Kabbalah as well, Koina Dugu district. Very good morning and welcome. Wherever you get we, anyhow you get we, welcome. I hope I get a very good night's rest and looking forward to what's in the happen today. A lot of things happen. You know, I did tell somebody, say February look like a month where gets a lot of things that will happen within this inside this month no more. You know, a lot of things, activities and things that will make the news. I think there's been more work. I was telling my colleague the other day that last week was a very busy week. You know, therefore they put out a lot of stories about things that will happen. You know, up to the weekend. You know, a lot of things with the APC elections. But that's it. Like my colleague been saying the other day, this year 2026 is a year of politics. If you watch the media self, you know, everywhere is the political conversation. We don't move away from the constitutional amendment bill. Now we need to talk about the appointment of the ECSL commissioner, and I'm sure it get for go parliament, and after that the approval, how we get for Talek, waiting get for B, APC them position. And today, I understand, I see press release and notice the APC gets a big meeting with the elected officials, including members of parliament, and waiting the outcome, they go be hopefully we'll get somebody from APC Naya tomorrow for talk about that as well at the program. But yeah, that's it. A lot of things and they happen. The politics, like the road to 2028 is already there with the people themselves. The energy they retrieve or discuss the political issues, and the media is setting the agenda, the political parties and the you know. But that's what democracy is about, actually. That's what democracy is about. We should all enjoy it, be part of it, get different views. People agree or disagree. But it should be peaceful. It should be peaceful. I just think, say, some of the energy what they put per political party issues and political issues, if we put their energy, then they lie per how we the old people are accountable back. It will make them understand, say, they not get an easy ride. The citizens are aware, they understand. So in as much as then they give una power, or then they help una for retain power, then they vote for una for retain power, una get a responsibility, you know, because you know, lights not there, it doesn't pick which house. Where water not there, it doesn't pick which house. Where healthcare not work, it doesn't pick which individual. And then they ask you where you party card. Where school not work, then they ask who picking them. which party you parents them belong. It's about who can afford. People who can afford, they put them picking in private school, and we on the way they go public school can be difficult sometimes. So we all for understand, say, irrespective of who that in a pass on things and they collectively, we as a people, for agree say we for hold we government accountable and ask them question for address them thing then because it affects we all. It affects we all, and hopefully we will get to that point. At this point, let us pray. Let's start the morning with prayers, with devotion. Ramadan Mubarak. We are going slowly, and I want to say I want to wish we Christian brothers as well the very best with them fasting. But let us pray. Let's seek Allah's guidance and protection in our lives. Let we seek in blessing. Let we seek in forgiveness. Let we pray for we leaders them or pray for our country them. We country, I see somebody writes a very interesting post. Well, he say, he say, you don't understand why we they pray for leaders them, why we they pray for politicians them. But we have to. We have to. Now then God teach we, now then Islam teach we, and I'm sure Christians as well, that we for pray in any situation you should pray because God pass everything. Like God, the people that they lead we, the people that they politics, they are not aliens. Now we people them, now we sabi them, now mortal man them. Then can make mistake, and then they will get plenty, they will get good intention. But they need protection, they need guidance as well. Because if you didn't have place to say everybody they do things the wrong way and you want for doing the right way, you can be a target. So let us pray, Lord, pray for ourselves as a people and we pray for the country. Say amen, amen, wherever you are. Because as my man that alumni can say, we know somebody in prayer, Allah, the answer. It can be you, it can be me, it can be anybody. Let us pray.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Me honorable families then. This is my brother, Sheikh Usman from Iban Force. Just want to make dua for we country, we leaders them, we borders them, for all the areas, all different section we attach ourselves, we get to a living, we pray that the Almighty Allah will make them easy for we all. We pray for we leaders them, let God will make it easy, let Allah give them the wisdom, and let the Almighty Allah will protect them. Allahumma ajal khaira umi akhira wa khaira amalika watima wa khairan ayami yawma alqaka fihi. Allahumma inni as'aluka ishatan aniyah wa mitatan sawiyah wa maradan ghayra muzi wa la fadihin. Allahumma inni as'aluka khaira masati wa khaira du'a wa khaira najahi wa khaira ilmin wa khaira amal wa khairan thawabi wa khairan hayati wa khaira mamat wa thabitni wa saqil mawazini wa haqiq imani wa arfa'a darajati wa takabal salati wa afiqatiyati wa as'aluka kula min jannat. Allahumma inni as'aluka afwa wal afiyata fi dunya wal akhirati bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma inni as'aluka mujibati rahmatik wa azaima maghfiratik wa salamata min kulli ithmin wa ghanimata min kulli birin wa fawza bi jannati wa najata minan nar. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmatan innaka antal wahhab. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wassalamu ala mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
In Jesus' name, Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we want to thank you. I want to bless you. I want to give you praise, glory, honor, and adoration. I tell you thank you because your word tell we say the earth is the Lord's and its fullness thereof. He said the world and all they that dwells therein. Papa God, we know say are only part of the earth and Sierra Leone you get them. We want to tell you thank you for the land of Sierra Leone. We want to tell you thank you for all the blessings in this land. We want to tell you thank you for the government of Sierra Leone. We want to tell you thank you for the natural resources. We want to tell you thank you for the minerals. We want to tell you thank you for the plantations. We want to tell you thank you for the apple where you bless me with. We want to tell you thank you for the seas. We want to tell you thank you for the mountains. We want to tell you thank you with all the blessings that you don't bless here alone. Papa God, we appreciate you because creation they testify of your goodness and Sierra Leone they testify of your goodness. Papa God, we tell you thank you because now you not the God we make this world with at your hand. That you know the God will know the things we want a man need and the things we say you need. So Father, we come before you this moment. We present this nation before you, Papa. Except you watch the one the way they watch in vain. Except you build the one the way they build in vain. Papa, we lay the government of this nation before you. Papa, we pray for wisdom in the life of the leaders them. Papa God, grant them wisdom we profitable for direct. Wisdom where them go use in action and bring results in this country. Papa God, we pray, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you cancel no more that this land here so go stand, that the counsel of the ungodly will be brought to naught in this land in the name of Jesus. Father, wherever the enemy they gather, Father, in the land, in the air, in the sea, for brink and destruction upon this land, Father, we ask that them plans will be cancelled in the mighty name of Jesus. We give you all the glory and all the praise, for in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Bless me with money and pikin. My God don't do one for me. He look me big and change me story. My God don't do one for me. Plenty thank you, plenty thank you, plenty thank you. My God don't do one for me. You give me colapso, give colapso, give colapso. Tribulation go come. No worry, be still and know that I am your God. The enemy want put you to shame. No worry, be still and know that I am your God. Still and know that I am your God. No worry, be still and know that I am your God. Still and know that I am your God. No worry, be still and know that I am your God.
And daily, Allah give we kulat, let Allah give we peace, let Allah make we continue to enjoy the peace we enjoy in this country. Yesterday, I interviewed Martin Agua, and these are people we sacrifice for we peace and democracy. We put themselves forward, left them family, them come for help. We just to tell you, say the people we still alive, people that we don't die. We see it all, go to the trenches and try for make we get peace. So for uphold this peace, irrespective of who that in a power. Now peace no more they bring development to. If country not peaceful, even locals them not they get the zeal for invest the money. They afraid. Everybody they run. Everybody go afraid for putting money inside. So let we maintain the peace and pray say we continue for disagree in whatever way, but also uphold the law and treat people in the right way, because it's in the way can bring an grievance and make people and they feel say certain people and feel say they're more powerful. Now way especially the rule of law. How people them we get influence, we get power, they use them for victimize other people them. How people and they abuse them power. Then thing and the way they happen in a country, they get a lot of people them way they feel aggrieved. And they feel aggrieved. Serious one. And who Abdul Fatoma just do a report recently where they explain how many people in the now we correctional center, we don't did it for some time, they not charge them, then they wait no more, then they remand. And anything then they happen continuously. And almost every other report, audit report, if you read them, it's the same. Then organization then report it the same. The judiciary don't come under criticism even by the young people them where they work there, the young people them where they work there. Still they reference the matter of the suspended Supreme Court Judge Alan Alloway. We make severe allegations them against the judiciary, the Chief Justice. And now he's being investigated. He was suspended, he's been investigated. Augustine Mara make a statement, it's the same. But continuously, people are waiting at the where they work, when a lawyers them. When they come here or go now the media house, them go raise concern about, the judiciary itself. The Deputy Human Rights Commissioner and I win a secretary to the legal council. Self don't make then claim then day about the judiciary and how it for making self better. And if you go back and read the TRC reports, these are some of the institutions them way we've all strengthened, where for don't make the people and get trusting. Yesterday we did our forum, we get some conversation about the issue with Zainab Sharif. He appeared at court yesterday and they're not getting bail. But this is a bailable offense, right? And then the according to the report now that the prosecuting team say they not get enough information or the file. So even when Zainab Beyond team apply for bail, but they say because they ask for adjournment of the case. So they adjourn the case, but they not get bail. Some of them matter they are where clearly, the citizen no go on away. You go get sortie, you go get somebody who go tin up for them. Now the things and the way they help for build trust within the system there. Enough for be somebody way pass again influence. We see what happened with the APC sector in general the last time. Pass where people with influence begin get involved. Now then come out now and tell we say now the influence make them give the man bail. And everybody agree and accept say this is a bailable offense. But the point again is check now with judiciary. Check how many say Leonians them they go through the same kind thing. Crime them. Offenses that when are bailable offenses. When are bailable thing they wait them for able to bail them from. How they need to give them bail. And go keep them no more. Somebody go use the influence. Say I go show you say I get power and keep them. But the institution them for able to stand the test of time and make the people and trust say, I don't care how that can be for me. And no one is above the law, by the way. Let me make that clear. Anybody where somebody thinks say do something wrong, police investigate them, then charge and go court. If I stand before the law and prove himself innocent, or if them find him guilty, he face the consequence. That's how society should operate. Even all of us, everybody, for they above the law. That is what they always say. The law is supreme. But again, while they face the law for able to protect. I'm sure the law protects the rights of people them as well. There are things where for do. There are things where you know for do. There are things where they should say you for respect this person in rights because then they always say somebody innocent until they prove and guilty. They get rights and them way if we enjoy. That's just about it. Now when they would build trust in we public institution them. But if man, every other matter, it could be handled in a way where even the public they begin insinuate and think say It's politically motivated. It's politically there. People really behind them. You know they help we. You know they help we. It been bad today. It bad now. It go bad tomorrow. We not for do am. What is bad is bad. We for stop for do them thing then day. Now so they build society. Development in a country is not just about making roads and solving social problems. It's also about building institutions and respecting the rights of people. Let people and get trust in institutions. That belief say, if I get case today, somebody do me bad, whatever influence or power or money we get, if I go court, I go police go investigate. Sometimes there are people where they get, there is a guy, I don't know if they don't release him. He called me a few days ago. He said they go arrest him some land for some land case. He come on UK. He's so stressed about the land where he say he don't buy for some time. Some people they don't go, the land get plaba, he don't go na lands, he don't waka te. You know, he called me, they call me stress one. I assigned one my colleague for work with him. But a few days ago, I think it was on Sunday or Saturday, he called me and he was saying, because he go na the land, he filmed day, somebody give directive, then do arrest and don't care and go CID. You know, all them things and they, the way where people and they suffer people them for things them way naturally they shouldn't, man. Just because they get influence and power. And then see, they know they change. It happen with every other time it happen. And we state institutions and police, judiciary. I can say some of the things and way people linking. I talked to the police that day, we been there with the guy. Where he said then get a directive for escort the guy from Godrich Bar. I don't care, they can go CID. And I said, brah, how somebody go just give una directive, say una arrest this man, una care and go CID? How? How do you do that? How una go sit down no more? Somebody go call una say, una arrest this man. Una no investigate the man, una no know if na which kind of crime the man commits and why? What if they do the same thing to you or you fumble? How would you feel? There are people and they abuse right, them and people and rights in this country. It's scary, oh. It's honestly scary. Honestly, and you know, when anything happen to influential people, then we can pay attention to them. But make you always say, if you check the ordinary people, them where they get case, where how then they frustrate them, you know, you go feel bad. You go honestly feel bad, and we not for they do them thing then they to we safe. We na mortal man them, you know. Today you get power. Tomorrow you not go get power. You didn't have this world, tomorrow you go die. Who will believe in God, you therefore get account of whatever you do. And waiting you they do to other person, lie. You not go and let them do unto you, especially when a bad thing. I don't mean that way they make him see life. Things that what they do to other person, where I not go one lay do to me. I not go one for do unto person. Because I know it's bad and I not go let somebody else do unto me. Or they do, and waiting can me, the thing is, it can happen with impunity. People can do them, they not care safe. Nobody they hold anybody accountable. Okay, we not to and keep na CID so for a week, they release them back. No case, no charge, keep her no more. Nobody they won't hold nobody they hold anybody accountable. It happen no more just like that, and it go, the society, everybody do accept her. They all help. We don't take with pledge and anthem. We come back and do the roll call. We get some stories and for take. Today we're going to talk to the British High Commissioner na the program this morning. And we're going to look at waiting at the other political parties and position on the appointment of the ECSL Commissioner. We're going to continue with that this week. We'll try to get the political parties them way involved, not just APC and SLPP, and hopefully we'll get APC and SLPP in the program as well. But the time we'll get the other political parties that we approve, we disapprove, we no reply, we no approve the appointment of the commissioner. Lord take with pledge and anthem. We'll come back shortly. Continue for stay with we. These are the Truth Morning Devotion.
My love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve her faithfully at all the times. I promise to defend her honor and good name. Always work for her
respect to all Massive and crew. It's been a long time, me been away from home. That's why me come back, the way me sing things go on, me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, pandoti character. Thief man, they are like thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make it settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they are like thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, who that now we go believe. Oh, this na wrong side life, now we dey live so. If they are like thief, who that now we go believe. This na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. Oh, this na wrong side life, now we dey live so. Say a rata, who that get his character. The cap side life, now we dey live so. Salon de poel, then just a pan sorry. Things are go bad, who not depend story. Fake promises and philosophy, yeah. Say we don't tire with these Baku stories. Bring us the rice cause the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad. Things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious. Man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life, now we dey live so. If they are like thief, who that now we go believe. It's the wrong side life, now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. It's the wrong side life, now we dey live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character. The cap side life, now we dey live so. Salon de poel, then just a pan sorry. Yes, sire. See, I'm conscious of the fact that I've got a moral and civic responsibility to stand for the truth and speak for my people. We've been behind for quite too long as a nation. It's high time we started speaking the truth, cause only the truth can set us free. Now you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, pandot.
Man and woman as a people. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. I say salon man and woman as a people. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. Waiting do we sweet salon for well. Waiting do we sweet
Indeed, salon man and woman answer we waiting make we sweet salon for Puel Nawean. We not for allow that, we not for allow we sweet salon for Puel Nawean. We can always say we are very good people, but sometimes the way we they act to other people, can look very bad. And this is not just about power, not just about power. It's about how people they abuse the system, they abuse the system, and they do things the way they not say it's wrong. And we institutions and for able to stand the test of time, and for able serve people, not individuals. Where anybody could just take phone and call somebody, no more say go arrest that person, go keep him, show him power. Because of politics, somebody say, we serve them, Fredo, we serve. Because if somebody can do directive, no more they hold you, then go arrest you. Now, election 10, they cancel. Man can vibes now, brah. They not send one day, bam, and say, this go keep them. Then find one combo, they even pay you no more. They all guide way on. I'm all they pray, and I'm a man, they pray. They all continue for guide way. But it's worrying, and the way sometimes he complain the way man can get, then land case there. Bruh. Ow. Anyway, this country. Lord, do the whole call this morning. Good morning. President Biona in your address, he say institutions and work for the people. People don't forget trust in institutions there. Now then they make naturally we all get the tendency for be lawless, indisciplined, for do things then wrongly. But when they make institutions, God being when to make his religion, I'm all afraid. We worship and pray and seek salvation. But with a country and I make institutions and the day, law enforcement and institutions. But if you not get trust in the institutions and they brah, it can be tough. And we don't allow that for continue. We don't get opportunity then for change, for build trust, for change institutions. But sometimes we refuse, as a people, as a country, institutions and for move beyond political party, because individual themselves check people away starts government with President Bill, some of them, if not many of them. Joel writes something the other day. The only two people away President Bill retained in cabinet. Now two people, Nabila Tunis and Dr. Dennis Sandy. The people that we been served now in force, in we win force 2018. Now the only people that we don't retain, we don't deal with them this long. But check, now new people that we start, most of them not in a government again. Some of them don't get power against, and some of them they need a pick and call safe. So if you, even with the only person we get 10-year mandate, now the executive arm, now the president, and members of parliament, we get 5 years, 10 years. President say 5 years, 10 years. If people them vote them back. Now the only person and the boy you where they serve, it pleases His Excellency. Can left them position and they alternative. And this country you don't see. Me, I don't see them lift. I will tell now I see then lift Divo police and me they salute. I see them lift Sunday before me one day, before APC office. And I was like, power, when it changes, they already been a guide yourself. If you run bear you go afraid. Hello, do the roll call this morning. Good morning, Alfred Keru. Good morning, Grace. More sorry. Yeah, Grace. Some of the music though they listen now, it's like now new music then just do them. Good morning, Matthew Augustine Gandhi, Augustine Momo Davis, Amanatu Sanusi, Korombo Michael. Good morning, Moses Kamara, Emai, oh Iman, Ramadan Mubarak, Bashiru Daniel Sise, Kurma Mohamed, More Musa, Fode Jane. Good morning. Fode Jane, that song then a Koskobi singer. What's her name again? Wrong Side Life. Yes, of Koskobi na do a Wrong Side Life. Good morning. Good morning, Kuruma Isaac Bai, Emmanuel Manzu Fofana, Terry Bayo, Amadou Kagbo, Abubakar Conte, Komsin, Sarah Olari, Albert Lansana. Good morning, Samuel Silvanos, Cole, good morning. Comes Musa Masakoy, assalamu alaikum. Raim Brother, Mada Basi Kate, Lanfia Dabunde Konde, Lanfia, they ask, can a citizen sue the police for illegal detention? Well, I mean, I don't know. I go ask the legal people, but Kamara Isa Tim K, good morning. Yasin Jalo, Alicious Josephus and Sumana, good morning. Mustafa Pius says Sufia Abib Chinis Kiau, good morning. Mabel Cole, Buya Bada Kouma, Ali Sayomara, Mustafa Payo, Abdul Kamara, good morning. Good morning, Winnie Sia. Good morning, Mosdi. Good morning, Ibrahim Mansare. Good morning, Terry Bayo. Good morning, Umar Koroma, Samuel Silvanos Cole, Alimatu Damonekene. Good morning. Good morning, Peter Beckley. P. Bex. I hope you enjoy Bo, or if you don't can't talk, hope you do fine. Good morning, Isben Gas, Koroma Jacob, Max Junior Kamara, Edward Mansare, Sise Ea, Yanamina Kamara Freeman. Good morning. Yes, this I got me man. We get one fine name. I can look for him. Adoa Kitua Bultman. Good morning. Saltek Sal. Good morning. Usman Prince Suleiman Kavoni. Magdalene Masa Boyma. Good morning. Rahul Kamara. Good morning. Lamin Mantonko Mansare. Good morning, man. Hope you do fine. Saya Koma. Costa Aziz. Koma Aliyu. Kai Sheku Chendeka. Sheku Tsige. Mohamed F.S. Kamara, good morning. Marian Labor Favre, good morning. Morrison Adonis Benya. Kamara Isa Tim K, good morning. Good morning. Salami Pa, Kusna Bayo, Makube Musa, Adama Maxil, Joe Fofana, Yusuf Sise, Fasali Mohamed Mansare, Osol M. Koka Tambabi, good morning. Chief Koblo Koblo. Good morning, bro. I hope you do fine, man. It's been long. Hope you do fine. Hope you do fine. Tamba B of KTR and formerly Africell. Good morning. Salute for all the good work we said do over under. Bumisega Thompson Motek. Good morning. Abubakar Conte. Zina Sanko. Fudzi Agbegwanu. Akpan Patrick Emmanuels. Mohamed Madina Ba. Good morning. Ibrahim Momo. Abdul Kamara, good morning. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and welcome. It is always a pleasure. Krio Bobo, good morning. Good morning, Frederica Crispina Johnson, Yusuf Sise, Fode Jane, good morning. Ivan Barry, Ali Tiger Kamara, Abiodun Christopher Dubela, Koma Isaac Bais, good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's always a blessing for Get to Know, like I can say. Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, you know, that we all do this together every other day. Let me take some stories. There's some stories of things that way happened yesterday. Some stories them where we actually run through. Yes, Zainab Sharif, like I said earlier, appear na before my magistrate by my yesterday na Pademba Road Court number 1. And then being denied bail yesterday, yeah, making false appearance, and the matter they come up on February 26 again. You know, it appear back na court, and we go follow up on that story day, hopefully, and bring una more detail as and when things them they happen, you know, and Zainab Sharif, them charge them for incitement. He been this CID spend the weekend and they appear court yesterday. Agslaf don't confirm say the Masheka military housing project then they don't get clearance from the Defense Council for sale the Juba barracks. But yesterday the chief minister, the chief of defense staff, and other people have been explain the plan, how they plan for go about and one of the things that we come out in are that the school where an historic something. I know a lot of people we good, including the deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Tawa, you know, and one of the person we first begin raise the alarm about that Juba barracks, you know, but the CDS say then go maintain the school and go leave the school. They say they not sell it and defend, then they on the process and then go be very transparent and all. But the plan is for build, you know, residential areas for military officers them na Mashaka. Hopefully tomorrow we get the spokesperson for the military and this program for answer some more questions and talk generally about within the military they do. The junior doctors don't give a 21-day ultimatum to the government based on some several concerns them with they raise. We'll take that video there. Will they come back shortly? We can talk to colleagues them na. We can talk to Frederick na Falaba. Then we'll talk to Ali Mansare na Kailaung on the border issue. But we'll take this video quickly.
Doctors they play important role in any country, but for Salone, the situation look different. The Junior Doctors Association na the umbrella body we responsible for doctors them we just come out medical school and they below the age of 10 to 15 years of practice na the medical field. According to the association, for about 6 to 7 months now, junior doctors and they receive different salaries them, even though na the same work than they do. Then they deduct per and salary them, and this deduction also not come with any formal letter or reasons as to why. Then they deduct from the money them, even though na the same work than they do. Dr. Abubakar Jallo, the International Liaison Officer for Junior Doctors Association at Salone, talk say doctors and they work for long term, sometimes they can do 24 hours around the clock, but then still they struggle for cater for themselves and serve for their families them because of the deductions them na then salary them. So for sake of this, the association they demand full refund of the salaries them when they don't deduct from doctors them with immediate effect.
The salary deduction for the past 6 to 7 months, doctors then where they work every day in the hospital, where they're not absent, they're not got no problem with their work. They experience deduction for their money for the past 6 to 7 months. And from where they don't begin to reduce their money, they don't give them no reason from any office, from any ministry as to why they cut their money. And the thing way is very difficult for me to understand. Now that the money where they cut for one doctor in money, not the same money they cut for the other doctor in money. So they no go even say self, this money where they cut now because of this specific reason. So they cut indiscriminately without any reason, and we don't know how long it get for last. So now it make with the request, say all the doctor then where they don't reduce for their money for the past 6 to 7 months, they all for receive the money back na their account, and that thing dey for stop, and we need that to happen now.
According to the association, about 80 new doctors and they wait for formal employment, even though Salone gets a low doctor to patient ratio. The association same way so they complain, but delay for upgrade house officers them to medical officers them, official postings and unpaid fare allowances them for the month. For sake of all this, the association don't want say if them concerns they ask them don't raise no resolve within the 21 days ultimatum where they give, then go call for a nationwide strike. With all this where they happen, junior doctors then say the intentions not to for disturb the healthcare, but now for seek for transparent and sustainable solution we go get strength to the health system.
Well, that's now my colleague Davida Spin Solomon on the position of the junior doctors. Them they don't give the government a 21-day ultimatum. Hopefully, the Ministry of Health go address this, and we go talk to authorities from the ministry on some of the concerns there. Yes, somebody just drew my attention to the issue of the retention of ministers. Them. Yes, Rado Soare, Nabila Chinis, and Dr. Sandy. Yes, the people we been dinner president in first term, and we deal with them now in second term. We go Falaba now. We get Frederick on the phone for giving some updates. Yesterday night actually, there was this breaking news about some security situation between we own military officers and that of the Guineans, now the border part. But Frederick, Naman we Sabida area, they go can give you updates quickly. Good morning, Frederick.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ba, and good morning.
So, Frederick, whose part this whole thing happen na Falaba district or na Koinadugu?
The thing be happen na Falaba district and na Sloman Kingdom, Kalere. Kalere they close to Guinea. And most of the network for Guinea, na in the Kalere people that they use. So all them the activities and the business now inside Guinea, then the road one.
So you been not talk to the authorities them yesterday. I remember when we reach out to you, you've been try for get some response from the authorities them. What's actually happened?
Well, according to the information we have been received from this, one the way they been go after where the incident will be happened, where the LUC and the DTO for Falabar Police Division. The incident will happen with around the afternoon hours, but then decide to go and get information at the place, what exactly happened before they release the information. According to them, it's in a land dispute, they between Guinea and Sierra Leone soldiers. They say without them for make checkpoint. The Guineans then say, let them not make checkpoint until they come with GPS for make the GPS that place there. The land belongs to Salon, then go make checkpoint. The land not belong to them. They not go make checkpoint. But when you look at the place, now Salon land, not to Guinea land, according to the information that I get. So when the Galunians then say we want to make that checkpoint there. So what they do now, then call reinforcement from Guinea, about 300 soldiers, where then come yesterday. That 300 soldiers then come, then those with soldiers away, then they now the border there. About 13 soldiers away then arrest, including the captain, Captain Francis, and also 2 police officers.
Then you see, then they on ambush lights and
they are arrested them next 15 arrests, 9 that be makers. Then go then.
So as we they talk, the Salon soldier them then they in the custody of the Guinean military officers them.
Yes, according to the information we have been received.
How many of them?
Now then 15.
16 officers.
Soldiers, 13 soldiers and 2 police officers.
That not 15.
Yes.
Then you say then they in the custody of the Guinean authorities?
Yes, according to they say them, we talked to them yesterday, they say they're not being released them. The reason why they arrest them people, they say because the alone soldiers are not to occupy their land.
So what's in the reaction of the authorities, the security sector, the leaders, them, ONS, police or the military, as much as you don't talk to them, what's in them say?
Well, the police, the LUC, the ONS, they all be there yesterday. And the rest of the day, then stand day. But they say when they talk to the Guineans there, then seems like they don't have to respond to them. Then talk to them, but they want to make a recalcitrant attitude. So then as soon as they arrest them, 15 people that then left the place, then left their men then at the alert. They say if anything we have to let them respond.
So what's the security situation na that area presently? Everything calm?
Yeah, for now, except this morning why we can't call back the LUC, plan to the current security situation. But as of yesterday, they say things being calm because then talk to the loan soldiers and from make them call reinforcement. Because then look at that, waiting like they make that thing arrested. The soldiers the way then they the district, they're not enough. And even the police officers there, and most of the soldiers there, or the police there, they're not mobile. Mobility not there. So if mobility you know they then say for call enough reinforcement or let them in at that place. Yeah, if then send 300 soldiers there, then can be 3 soldiers automatically they not overpower young soldiers within the country.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick. Thanks for the update. We will keep in touch with you. Please continue for check with the authorities them if there is any information. Even before we end the program, hopefully we will bring and come out to the public. But thank you so much, Frederick, for speaking to us this morning. And our colleague Frederick Bilal from Falaba district, and the report is that some security officers, including military officers, they're in the custody of the Guinean military officers. So far, Arsla for the Ministry of Internal Affairs not put any statement yet. We'll try to see if we can get comment from them as things then they unfold. When they go Kailaung, I think we just want to get and understand. You know, where this thing starts yesterday, some people thought it was at Yenga or the same Yenga issue, but we just want to get an understanding of how the situation turn like another part in the country. Good morning, Alemans. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Lamana.
Yes, Aliu. Good morning. I see yesterday when this happened, you know, we've been the chat and we've been careful asking for check, but later I come out say it's not actually that part of the country. But waiting on the situation with Yenga. This information reached to a part back because Kailaung and the people of Yenga are people that we don't go through some of the kind of situation they are with the Guinean military.
Thank you so much. Not only Kailan no go through this, Kailan still the go to and Kailan still they need and Kailan still they to the government for letting do a swift intervention because it's way then people will be displayed from Yenga community come up to Wendu. Yes, there are challenges, you know. So to answer the question where you asked Lamrana with regards to the situation, yes, it's back Naya last night. We say, you know, some family forums, even the district forums, we say go last night, a lot of controversies, you know, people asking questions, what actually happened, what's actually the goal. So like you say, that information will come up, we say we get on to the local unit commander, but I want to make and confirm to the public, say, from my location to Yenga, it's about 35 miles away. So, yes, well, we got colleagues and then past the day, and last night I began to engage the local unit commander. In fact, it was shocking to one because every Monday they could do what they call security parade. Go Nara, take part the day, engage the passionates, and see how best the condition and situation can like by the way. So I call him, he said began to ask me for the picture, the videos to one. He watched the videos, he called me later. So because he was very happy because when you get information, say we the press column, we want to get confirmation. He said, in fact, let's say you want to get some messages to the public, more especially in the nation's capital, to ensure say in terms of security issues in that particularly. So he said we can confirm say not today. He said though there are challenges.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
but you know, there was a time where the people of Yenga been get for move come like Kailaung Tong. Waiting at the situation presently, they all been done return back?
Some not be reached at Kailaung. Like I tell you, from Yenga to Kwendu, it's a distance, by the way, again. From Kwendu again to Kailaung, it's another long distance. Few become Kailaung Tong, where bulk of them, now Kwendu they be tapped. There are some governments quarters na Kwendu say they go occupy, but the space not enough. In fact, you know, you see some people, aged people, and people with mature, they see 5, 6, and then a one room lamrana. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, so every now and then, people in other parts they see the call on government for an intervention. You know, whether they then quell down the situation and see how best whether we take over Yenga or they look at for the welfare because when you want me to understand the last time the condiments the way the government is supplied, maybe don't long time, you know, and not just then they go up and down and see how best to be able to solve 1, 2, 3 issues. People and they would go school party. People and they went a farmer they would they among them. Everything just go to die down at the team concerning about them. Some don't even go through trauma and they see some don't stay, some even want to say, okay, me before I stay for this condition, look I just, you know, left the world. All of the statements it is hurting by the way.
Okay. But what is clear is Kailaung, the Yenga part is
safe
peaceful.
For now. It's peaceful for now. Though there are some challenges, but with regards to that video, it's not from this
not
part.
Kailaung, yes. And we don't establish in a Falaba part and they happen. But thank you so much, Ali Mansari for the update day from Kailaun district. So we keep an eye on the stories there. Thanks for speaking to us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, it's challenging. You know, we listen to Frederick say we border patrol officers and they don't get mobility, they don't get, you know, there's so many things that we can happen, you know, right? You dey imagine how it's awful, you know, and go left man and then part then they for protect the border and the challenges we then can face. Easy. Hopefully the authorities them go address this situation, because you know, we don't get situations there with Yenga, but I've never heard of, you know, our officers being taken in by the Guinean people. And with President Bio as chairman of the ECOWAS Commission of Heads of State now, I think this is the time for solve this whole problem, you know. And Guinea don't get a democratically elected president, Mamadi Doumbouya. I think this is a time to sit at the table. And I see we even award a Guinean military officer and a part of the people who get award for the support, the contribution to Salon during the war. And I think it's time we sit and address them border situation they are once and for all, because it's usually same people, same, you know, people moving easily. Let's take a quick break. We can talk to we can start for talk this morning to the British High Commissioner this morning on the rollout of the new e-visa system and other issues. Them continue for stay with we. This is the Truth Morning Devotion. We'll come back shortly.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 Leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected. Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features we designed for make you life simple. No miss events. Buy tickets for concerts, sports match or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features, yeah, and more they waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience.
You want for smell fine and make people always remember you? Try St. Alice Luxury Perfume. When a top quality perfume, we want salon experts mix different oil them for give you the best sweet smell. This perfume gets unique blend of oil them mix right here in a salon. With St. Alice, your scent go last for 18 hours. No matter what you do or how much time you book your clothes, the scent go still there with you. You ready for experience the true sweet smell? Come na 109 Circular Road, just after Model Junction, or call Rip at 075-098-515 or 077-360-959. You go make sure say you perfume experience. Now one way people no go forget in a hurry. St. Alice Luxury Perfume, the scent we go last, is salon style we come for change your perfume experience.
It's Labor Day.
today's edition. After all the grind, stress, and queries at the office, it's time to ease your brain, laugh out loud, and feel like the CEO. Laugh and jam with Kindo and my hustle will make sense edition on Labor Day, Friday, May 1st, 2026. Venue, prestigious Pinto Money Hotel, 7 p.m. Ticket prices, Kindo, 500 millions. Answer, 1,000 millions. I mean, table for 4, 10,000 millions. Adil, table for 8, 20,000 millions. You don't buy yourself plenty. Now come and laugh. No excuse. Media partners, Truth Media, and cooked by Eminence Africa.
I say, it don't make sense. I don't make sense.
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beni, rice and gari kanya and natai. From premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home.
Are you tired of missing all your online meetings due to unreliable internet? Or are you paying too much for your internet and experiencing low speeds or even struggling with connectivity during video calls, streaming your favorite football match or show? WorldLink Communications Sierra Leone Limited, authorized reseller of Starlink in Sierra Leone, is here for your businesses and enterprises with super fast, unbeatable and affordable speeds here to cater to your needs. At WorldLink, we provide local support anytime, any day. To know more about our services, visit us at our office at 115 Beach Road, Lumley, or contact us on 080 000 111 or 075 000 111 or on our website at sl.wlnet.com. WorldLink Communications, empowering connectivity in Sierra Leone.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios, Nail Court, na Freetong. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok as well. Welcoming all viewers and listeners from across the country and across the world. And this morning, we start with the first guest. I get the pleasure for welcome at the studios this morning. Josephine Gold, na the second term this actually, the British High Commissioner to Sierra Leone. We can talk about the rollout of the new UK e-visa service. Good morning, Josephine. And
Good
welcome.
morning. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. How the body?
Body fine.
Okay. How the weather?
It's also not too bad.
Yeah, not so bad. Welcome, welcome. So there is this. I was telling you, I've seen around on our own platform, Sierra Leonean WhatsApp group with a lot of Sierra Leoneans in the UK and those who are intending to travel as well about new e-visa. What is it about, and what the difference with what people used to obtain?
Okay, so tomorrow we're introducing a new system for our visas, and it's going to feel like the same process at the start. So people will apply online to get their visas, and then they'll go down to the visa application center and prove their identity. So do their fingerprints and just have a scan of their passport. And then they go away and they don't have to go back. So they'll receive an email notification, and then their visa will be an electronic document. So they'll set up an account on one of the government websites, and that's where all their visa information will be held. So we're not going to put stickers in passports anymore. And that means that people, when they go and apply for the visa, they leave with their passport. So if they need to travel, they can keep traveling.
So you mean you apply, you go through the same process?
You do the same initial process. The application process is the same, but what you don't have to do is leave your passport. So before, people were always complaining that they had to leave their passport, waiting for the visa to be given. So maybe they didn't have their passport for 3 weeks. We don't have to do that anymore. So they hang on to their passport. We're going to see how long the timing.
Yeah,
how
that's
long
the
it
point
takes.
again. What the timeline?
We've got to see. So I think we're still saying it's going to be 15 working days. It might be quicker, but I'm not making promises about that. But it does mean that people can still carry on traveling, and then you have it electronically.
So the visa will be the same sticker or the same format will be sent to you.
No stickers. So you have nothing in your passport, and you'll have an online account, basically where you log in with your sort of email, and then you can show that, and then you'll have a number there, and that's what the airlines, they can also check.
Okay.
So if they see their passengers, they can check if they've got a visa or not.
So first you need to get you need to register online. And you create an account.
So you do all your application first, just like you do it today, and then you go and create an account online on the kind of UK visa site, and then you get your notifications there if your visa's been approved, and all the information is there.
So either way, if it's not approved, you'll be notified.
You will be notified. Yeah.
Does this change cost, or it's the same?
It doesn't change the cost. It doesn't change the cost. It changes the convenience. But
so this whole rollout, it is the same with our people who have got their visas with the stickers on their passport.
If you've got a visa with a sticker, that's still valid. So we're not. It's only anyone who applies from tomorrow onwards. We will be doing these e-visas. So people are used to being able to check in their passport, but actually you'll just have an online account which will tell you if your visa is through.
So the people who possibly might have applied for their parents, for medical, or their kids, how do they go about it when they possibly will say, I can't use the internet, I can't create an account for myself? But you can find, could there be a third party that could work on?
Yeah, you can have someone, or you can have someone help you, but you will need to use a smartphone and to be able to show your visa.
So because when you go to the UK, that is.
But for example, you can have more than one person on an account. So if someone's traveling with their kids, you can have the parent has the account, and then you can use they'll have 3 accounts, but you can use one email address for all of them.
Okay.
If needs
So
be.
so when you're traveling at the airport, if the airlines are checking it, not your passport generally, it's the email to check your visa with the number.
They will, yes, you have a reference number, and then you can check against that.
And in entering the UK as well, to check for
Same,
a valid
yeah.
visa.
So they'll still want to check that you are the right person carrying
with
the
your
passport,
passport,
and that your passport is your genuine passport. But it's the reference they'll be able to use.
So these changes, are they part of new immigration measures, or are they specifically for Africans? Or
No, this is global. General? This is global. So we started doing this last year with student visas, and we saw it was really, really hugely improved. It was much, much quicker. But we're going to see now. This is rolling out for visit visas, which is the most common type of visa that people apply for. So we've been trialing it in different parts of the world, and now this is the global rollout from tomorrow.
Okay. There is also this other information I read on your Facebook page yesterday about dual citizens.
Yeah.
The sale unions who are dual citizens of the UK as well. What's the new measure?
So for dual citizens, what we're saying very specifically is asking people to travel on their British passport if they're coming into the UK. And I think for Sierra Leoneans, mostly people would do that anyway, because otherwise if they would need to apply for a visa. But where it's a real change is for people who have another passport where they don't require a visa. Usually, well, they still don't require a visa. Now we're asking them to do a pre-registration, which is the same system that the Americans use. So people have to, a few days before you travel, you have to apply online, and you just have a kind of authorization to travel. So if you don't have, unless you have a British or an Irish passport, you'll need to do either the authorization to travel or apply for a visa, depending on nationality.
Okay, if you're an American, even it applies.
Yeah,
to
so if you're an
American,
Americans, if they're coming to the UK now, they need to do this pre-authorization.
Yeah, okay.
From tomorrow.
It's from
starting tomorrow.
Effective tomorrow.
Effective tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, with the visa application process for visiting visas, it's the same process.
So it's going to feel the same in terms of the application process, all the kind of evidence. People are often saying it's really hard to get a visa. Whenever I see some of the rejection letters, it's often people haven't really demonstrated their situation. I always say that if you're applying for a visa, imagine that you're applying. The person reading your application is someone who they don't know you, they don't know where you're from. You've got to provide the whole story to them. So you've got to make sure you've got all the supporting documentation to really demonstrate what you're saying. And I think often people just don't include enough. They assume that. It's clear.
Yeah. I want to ask about immigration issues with Sierra Leone. What's our standing with the UK? Are we people who are abiding by the rules? We have this conversation with the last time about immigration issues and how it's panning out for mostly people from Africa. But what's our status presently?
No, I think, as you know, there's a really significant and important diaspora of Sierra Leoneans in the UK, and I find so many people here who are very at home in the UK. So I think we've got a really good connection of people travelling backwards and forwards, or living in both countries. Obviously, there's always going to be a few bad apples. In both directions.
They are presently.
There's always a few that we're wanting to send home, and there's always a few here that we're wanting to get back. So it works both ways.
There are Sierra Leoneans who are presently about to be sent home.
There's always a few. There are always a few because it's people who have overstayed on their visas. Usually, it's not. Sierra Leone is certainly not one of the big countries of concern. So I think we're working with the government to see if we can find a good smooth way just to.
Yeah, but what I want to clarify is there are Sierra Leoneans presently that the UK government is trying to.
Very small number.
Very small, as in 10, 20?
Less than 10.
Less than 10.
Yeah.
Is it just visa overstay?
It's visa overstayers is the problem. Yeah. Yeah.
So what are
it's what we say is people who no longer have the right to remain, which is usually diplomatic speech for saying their visa has expired, but they're still there.
Okay, and mostly on visiting visas, or
that I don't know. I don't know whether it's people who've gone for whether it's family reasons, or I don't have the sort of specific cases, but I think it's expired visas.
I saw staff from the High Commission recently meeting with the Civil Registration Authority. Is this part of the process of data sharing?
Yeah, we want to find a kind of a simple way that to work in both directions. If there's people who've overstayed, Sierra Leoneans have overstayed in the UK, and we want to send them home, that they come back quickly, because we don't want people to be ending up in sort of detention in the UK. We want to just, I think one of the big principles for us, if we are repatriating people, is that it's done with kind of respectfully and with dignity. So like holding people, often we can encourage people to say, all right, come on.
Is that part of the verification process? Has the government of Sierra Leone accepted these individuals and they're coming?
That's the discussion that's ongoing.
Okay, to identify, to
verify. It's how we make sure that because we want to make sure that clearly, obviously, we're just sending Sierra Leoneans back to Sierra Leone. We're not going to send other nationalities. So that's a bit of a discussion about the verification process. But we've got a good track record on it so far.
But are you aware of any? Are you aware of? Do you have citizens here as well who are to be sent back?
We do. We're
what the number is? Is it?
We've got a couple.
Okay.
We've got a couple here.
Is it overstay as well? Or?
No, that's people who we want back for legal reasons in the UK.
Okay, people that you want.
Yes. Yeah.
Extradition, you mean? You have people here?
It can happen. It can happen. So I don't know if they're still here, but there has been a case in the past. So, I think this is not, I think often we see the migration question as a very one-way thing, and it really isn't. In previous countries I've worked with in Africa as well, we've often had visa overstayers, and it does go both ways.
What the collaboration between the High Commission and the government of Sierra Leone, the security sector, the institutions that are responsible in handling situations like this?
I think we've got some mutual interests. So it's, often these questions, it's just a case of understanding what the concerns and preoccupations are. And I know for Sierra Leone, it's very important that, we can really verify that anyone we send back here is actually Sierra Leonean. So we've had lots of discussions about what that verification process is and how that works. Okay,
let move to the support you give into Sierra Leone. Very recently, I saw students who returned the
Chevenings. Yes,
I saw that excitedly. Some of them are my friends on Facebook. They were sharing, the videos and the posts around. And but what does this mean? In supporting Sierra Leone, because you have a situation where you have a lot of young Sierra Leoneans who want to leave, and sometimes when they go even on scholarship, to come back is a challenge. But we've seen, students who go through the Chevening program, they come back and they contribute to national development.
I think that for the Chevening program, and we've had huge numbers of applicants this year, and we're about to start doing the interviews in a few weeks' time. That's one of the key criteria, because one of the criteria we select people on is their vision of what they're going to give back in Sierra Leone. So they really have to be able to speak to that as part of a selection criteria. So we're looking for people who have got kind of leadership potential, who really got a kind of passion for their subject and who want to contribute back to the country. So they all go with lots of ideas, and we hope that their studies in the UK are going to help shape and develop those ideas, help them build networks internationally as well, and then they come back and start working. And I think we've got a great alumni network, who are very supportive of each other, and really welcome the new returnees back.
And the Commonwealth Scholarship as well. What the difference with it?
Commonwealth Scholarship is it can be a master's study or it can be a PhD, whereas Chevening is just for the master's level, and it's a slightly different selection process. So. But again, it's a very strong alumni network, and I think all the students who are there have a fantastic time. So
and the number of applicants keeps increasing.
It keeps increasing. I think we were over 700 applicants this year.
For how many positions?
For probably about 10.
10?
Yeah.
And you have over 700?
Over 700. So it's very competitive, yeah. But I think it is for me, it's one of the best scholarships because it's so all-inclusive. And because we cover all the airfares, the accommodation, all the university fees, and give people a stipend to live on. So really they can go very relaxed with no worries. They can just go and concentrate on their studies. They're not worrying about how to pay the bills or anything.
How the selection process? Because that's plenty people applying for just 10 positions.
Yeah, so they do their application, and then there's a pre-sift in the UK, and they're looking at the kind of academic qualifications, and then we receive a shortlist here, and we interview. We have a panel of interviewers here, and we interview everyone on that shortlist, and it's always a tough decision. And then we'll sort of rank everybody, and then we lobby hard to see if there's any spare scholarships going. Then we try and get extras. Okay. Because and certainly last year we got a few extras because our candidates were so strong. I think because when they start comparing them internationally, everyone's got they've been in the sort of sift. They've been marked on their academic potential or scores, and then they get their interview scores. And we had such a strong pool that we actually got a few extras because the Sierra Leone candidates were so good.
Good. That's good news. Is it generally on every other subject area or profession, or
absolutely anything? It can be anything, and it's really we're selecting on the basis of what people. That vision of why people want to study that course, what it's going to help them achieve personally and professionally, and the vision for what they're going to use that for when they come back. So we have a huge range from, crikey, it's hard to say, people doing environmental things, sustainable energy. I think we've got someone who's doing something around sort of robotics and technology, who's looking at kind of inclusive education and using technology for education. There's a real mixture.
Okay, hopefully the number will increase.
We're always fighting for it. And then one thing we're always keen to do, which we have a bit more maybe in some other countries, sometimes we can get sponsorship involved. So, and then we'll have maybe a specific one when we have some private sector support as well. Yeah, so we can sort of match fund with private sector.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And one institution you've been providing some kind of support is, I feel proud most times when I see Sierra Leonean military officers, sailing in the UK, and sometimes if you check on the Sandos mostly, that is the most popular one.
Yeah.
I remember one of the most popular officers is the officer Lucky Morrison, the female officer who went the last time. I think at that point all of us had to be following the Sandos page immediately and getting information. But I was just reading yesterday also, and I saw there is another officer,
and he's just jumped out of an aeroplane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and that this is a continuous support that you provide into the military.
It is. It's not every year that they go to Sandhurst, because there's different colleges. So sometimes it will be the Royal College of Defence Studies, and sometimes it's Sandhurst, which is for the junior officers. So we mix it up a little bit. But there's always a lot of cooperation back and forth. So at the moment we've just had a team training up at one of the barracks with some of the new recruits. So the new recruits into the army, we've been doing a lot of work with them. I think next week we've got another military team coming who are doing some work at 34th Military. So there's constant. But I think the social media posts of our current Sandhurst student are he's having quite an adventurous time and coping well with the weather.
Yes, he'll survive. He'll enjoy it.
He has.
He'll definitely come proudly.
I heard from some other military that I think there's one picture they were doing some training in Wales, and he's wading along a river, and someone else said that was the coldest they've ever been in their life when they did that training. So I think for a Sierra Leonean, that's pretty tough.
Yeah. But thanks for the support. I see you traveled. You went to Bond, right?
Yes.
You went to Pujen as well.
Yes.
And what's your impression? Is that your first time going?
It's my first time in Bond and Sherbert Island.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was really, it was really stunning. I can see why it's special.
What are your assessments of things that are happening in the countryside, with some of the support you're giving, the project that are happening, that you're supporting in the countryside mostly, not just in major cities or Freetown?
So in Bont, we were looking particularly at the mangroves and some of the kind of mangrove restoration projects, because obviously you've got these huge ecosystems. I think the Sherbert Island and Bont's mangrove system is one of the biggest in the world. And it's really important for carbon capture and so climate change. And there's lots of work starting now to say how you can protect that and then do earn money out of it as well with the kind of carbon capture, carbon trading. It's a fairly early stage business, so I think it'll take a while to really develop. But then there's efforts to replant and then find ways to produce alternative fuel sources for people who are needing to, because people cut down the mangroves to smoke fish or to cook and everything. So we're looking at a lot of cleaner cooking methods, or stoves that people can build themselves, but use a lot less wood. So there's it's all these different parts coming together. I think what's quite interesting with this kind of work is that it potentially improves livelihoods in these quite remote areas, because there was very evident, people are fishing or smoking fish, and that's basically the main kind of business.
And they have to be cutting down.
and they need you need some kind of fuel source for it.
So how about Pujen? You have any projects?
Pujen, we went to. So we were visiting another one of the hospitals where we've been installing solar systems in the hospitals. And so Pujen Hospital has, and also on Bonth, we visited another hospital with the same system. So we were going to see the doctors to see how that has set up, and we've been doing some work in schools and education there.
Yes, a
well.
lot of projects you support in the education sector and also health. But there's this continued talk about, reducing spending. The UK government reducing its spending and funding to developing countries.
Yeah.
Is this happening annually, or there's a ceiling to this?
No, I think there's a ceiling to this. There was a decision taken last year because of it's the 4th anniversary now of the war in Ukraine. So there was a decision taken that we needed to increase our defence spending, specifically in the UK. So budgets in other areas were cut, which is, I think everyone's done it reluctantly, and we're hoping that we can reverse that in time. But for now, for the next few years, it's going to be, we've got less money for international development than we've had before. I think for a lot of these, for example, the solar projects in hospitals, we're just in the process of finishing the last one, which is Koidu Hospital. But that was the end of that program anyway. So
the funding was already...
Yeah, but the work had already been done. So now we're having lots of conversations with the Ministry of Health about how we want to make sure that we're sort of handing over the maintenance and the operations over to the ministry. So those are the conversations we're having. And we're still very much present. We're still going to be very much engaged. We're just looking at how we're going to work differently.
And the reduction means, reduction in what you're engaging or what you're supporting, development programs with the government?
I think we're not going to be doing like the big infrastructure projects that we've done. So, that we for example, that installing the solar systems in the hospitals, I mean, that's, once we've done the Koidu one, then that's the end of that one. But I think what we think is really useful and what we want to do is like how we kind of work on helping some of the systems and strengthening some of the structures to make things more effective. And we are going to be working a lot on private sector development, investment into the private sector as well.
Is it a huge budget reduction?
We're waiting to see. We're waiting to see. So we're still in the planning phase. But it is, I think, I'm expecting it to be less money than we've had traditionally. But I think we have to remember as well that the UK here, post-conflict, Ebola, we've had some very, very, very huge sort of budgets in the past. And that was never going to last sort of long term, I think.
Yeah, we get into elections, and most times, there are institutions, organizations that look forward to getting support from the UK government in strengthening democracy and good governance as well. Will that be affected?
I think that's going to be really, really important. I think we will see how we can best support, and I think in terms of our interest, following the processes, keeping an eye on everything. Obviously, the UK was very, very much part of the international community who were very involved in getting the tripartite agreement set up. And I think we see that as a really, really important bit of kind of political, all the parties coming together to agree what the priorities were. So that's something that we follow very closely. And we're going to do it sort of in the shadows, but I think the spirit of that agreement was so important, and remains really important. So we should expect continued support to programs or institutions that strengthen democracy and good governance. I'm not sure what we're going to have in terms of monetary support, but we certainly going to do. I think we recognise the value and the importance of that work. So we will be, as it becomes clear to us what kind of options we have or what kind of funding we have, or we will do what we can. And we're certainly very keen to support and champion their efforts.
Like you mentioned, you supported the government and the other part, the international community, with the agreement for national unity, the tripartite. What's your assessment generally of where it is presently? We've got one document out of it, the amendment bill, and there are a lot of conversation around, the outcome of the agreement for national unity, the tripartite, and how it will help to strengthen democracy and good governance leading up to the 2028 elections.
I mean, we're only in 2026, but it's clear that the elections are already very high on people's agenda. and from that agreement, I mean, we're always looking at the agreement. There's still quite a lot of work to do in that. I know, and so we've. I think one of the key things though is, that was a very mutual sort of consensual process to get to that point, and I think it's really important that everyone keeps that in mind, in the back of their mind, as with all those steps going forward. Because I mean, some of it is going to be obviously the constitutional amendment bill that's now in Parliament, and Parliament has an opportunity to debate. And I think it was a really positive sign that they were inviting all the contributions, and a lot of people have fed in. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they now debate and discuss those contributions, and keep it as keep an open mind. I think that the multi-party democracy is really, Parliament is so central and so important in that, and so Parliament having a proper voice, having proper discussions, and then working out what the right decision is, what the right choice is for the country.
You think in the spirit of the agreement, some of the issues highlighted then have been followed in the implementation process?
I think there's still a lot of work. There's a lot. There's still a lot to do. Has it always been followed? I mean, politics is also. I mean, politics is politics. So every party, every politician is trying to position themselves, and that's a normal part of it. But I think there's a kind of fundamental bit of fair play, which is essential to.
And you see that happening?
I think it's something which everyone needs to keep in mind. And that it's, I think it's important for, I mean, every party is going to want to position themselves as best they can, but for people to retain trust and belief in a democratic system, I think they need to make sure, they need to believe that they've got a fighting chance. And there's a big responsibility on all politicians as well to be kind of responsible in how they act, how they work. Especially, I mean, here you've got a very young demographic, so you can kind of whip people up, and so,
And that the spirit, that the idea of the international community and the parties sitting together to work together and strengthen institutions like the ECSL, make the police more independent, the judiciary, and review the electoral processes. And so far, I see there's been a lot of engagement. You've engaged the opposition. I've seen the chief minister continuously showing pictures on social media of engaging the international community on this. What the updates you are having and the commitments to this process ahead of the elections?
We keep talking, but I think that is probably one of the most important things. It might feel like, is that fundamentally changing things? I think it is important. I think, the international community, Sierra Leone's a sovereign country, so ultimately these are going to be Sierra Leonean decisions, but the international community is really interested in what's happening. And so we'll keep on asking questions and taking a close interest, because I think we want to make sure that in whatever way we can, we're supporting the people of Sierra Leone as well to maintain your democratic system as something that people can believe and have trust in, and to remain committed to going out and voting on the day, and that whoever is elected reflects the will of the people.
Very, very recently, I saw the APC. Some members of the APC met with the British High Commission, and there's been this concern about the Secretary General being arrested, detained, the cases in the matter. What's your assessment so far of the issue of opening up the space, free speech, press freedom, these allowing political parties to operate, even though with responsibility? But what's your assessment so far with current happenings?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to comment too much on sort of individual cases, because obviously those are all, there's the systems here are sort of deal with those. I mean, I think there's really important principles, and I think there's freedom of speech, and I think it is very important that all the parties can campaign, and there's a balance as well between sort of responsible campaigning, and so everyone has got a role to play. But I think it is going to be really important that the political parties, government, opposition, everyone can campaign properly, get out into around the country, go through their processes. I think that's going to be a really crucial part of building trust in the system. If people see that their candidates are not able to participate, I think that breeds a kind of resentment and undermines belief in the system. So making sure that the campaigning process or the party process is can happen in an open way is going to be really, really important as we approach elections.
Do you have any concerns as to the atmosphere presently?
I think there's a degree of tension, which I think is, I mean, obviously with the Secretary General's arrest, and that causes a degree of tension. I mean, there's always two sides to every argument. I think from the government side, they'll say he shouldn't have said what he said. But I think this is where the spirit of a tripartite agreement really comes in. There's are there any ways that actually parties can keep sitting down and talking to each other in the background and just kind of agreeing a little bit the rules of the game? This is politics. It's about who's going to be the best person to implement a vision for the future of Sierra Leone and the country's development and the good of the people. That's what it's ultimately about. That's what it should be about. So everything needs to be about what's going to be best for the population, what's going to be best for the electorate, and having conflict, having any situations where people are starting to getting kind of tensions or local level violence where people are fighting over the anything related to the electoral system is disproportionate. But so that climate in which the whole kind of political debate happens is so important.
As Moral Kangantos and one of the people who were involved in the Agreement for National Unity, are you engaging both parties on these?
Oh yeah, all the time. So we do it mostly. We try and do it kind of privately and quietly, but it's a continuous conversation, just trying to understand what the kind of vision is. And we can't really. We're not mediators as such, but we are. We're very interested parties, along with I think with the UN, with the other embassies in country. I think we're here to support Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone first and foremost.
And there's a willingness to listen.
Yeah, I think there is a will. We always have a good discussion. We don't always agree with everybody, but I think that's one of the joys for me working in Sierra Leone is that you can have quite a frank discussion, but ultimately, people are.
There's this Cybercrime Act, and the conversation it's creating some fear in people who participate in the civic space, whether it's the media, whether it's politicians as well, or even ordinary citizens.
Yeah.
And I think the UK government is one of you supported the government of Sierra Leone in pushing that bill sort of. But what's your general perception or engagement in the implementation of the cyber bill, or creating this conducive atmosphere where the media can operate responsibly but freely, people can have their say responsibly but freely without fear that they will be arrested and detained?
So I think, cybercrime is a real thing, and it's one of the real kind of growing global threats, I think. And so we've got quite a lot of our achieving graduates, in fact, who have studied cybersecurity, and we've done some really interesting work here on cybersecurity, like for the banking sector, or so there's a whole sphere of work where I think it is really important. I think where lots of people are flagging some concerns with the cybercrime bill is it really being implemented, how it's implemented. And I think there is. So there are. There's genuine threats. There's this global problem we see of real cyberbullying, which results in sort of suicide, and some. There is a real criminal element. I think it's important that people resist the temptation to use that as a justification for for things which are, I think there's a balance between free speech and actual cybercrime. So and I hope that the judiciary applies some common sense when they're looking at some cases.
With Sierra Leone and the 2028 elections, what involvement or engagement should we expect the British High Commissioner to be involved in? Like you mentioned, the political atmosphere is already there. The political parties, the opposition has started their lower level elections, and the conversation and discussion is all about politics presently.
Yes, yeah.
What will be your engagement? And
we will always be engaged. Sometimes just in a kind of discreet in the shadows way. Just I think always just encouraging all the politicians to keep it measured. Keep it just, especially when if we see things getting very tense, we'll try and encourage a little bit of, like with the tripartite process, come together, sit down, talk, find a way through, and don't kind of involve, don't drag the sort of whole the electorate into anything which will. I mean, whenever you talk to people, they don't want trouble again. I think this is and there's no reason for it.
Yeah, we all want to enjoy peace. Elections should come, pass, and go, and we continue to say. But
so sometimes our role is just kind of echoing that message that we get when we speak to non-politicians or people in the population. Just kind of repeating that from a different angle.
There's this. Finally, I want us to end with this. Concentration of connecting British investment into bringing them to Sierra Leone, and also Sierra Leonean SMEs and people in the private sector, certainly in the private sector generally. How much are we doing on that front with British companies or people of interest, investors who want to come?
So the investors are coming, and they're really interested and they're really excited about what they're finding in Sierra Leone. And I think this is one of the kind of areas of work where we're really developing. What we're looking at trying to do more of in this year is what we can do more with kind of actual trade exchanges. So we're trying to develop some ideas about how we do that. But in terms of the investors, it's working. So and there's a mixture of investments into some of the big companies here to enable them to expand, or investments into banks to increase the amount of money that they can then lend on to the smaller companies. So that stage is up and running, and then we're always looking for what are the next potential companies. So we're working alongside some companies to kind of have a pipeline of businesses which are then ready to expand or take in more investment. So lots of the time that's working with them to help them develop their business plan, sort out their kind of accounting, so that they can attract that international investment.
And the potential is there.
The potential is huge here. The potential is huge, and I mean, then there's lots of implications then on. You need to have a stable environment. You need to have, I think people have to be able to have confidence that there's a judicial system that they can turn to if there's problems, because there's often issues, or but so that whole wider environment that we've been talking about, which is important for the elections, is also really important for business and for attracting investors, because especially international investors, they've got choice there. So
they can go somewhere.
They can go somewhere else. So to be competitive and to be attractive, I think that those are some of the kind of government reforms, all of these kind of things, and the environment is really, really crucial.
There's one final question. Somebody is saying the UK stopped supporting the procurement of free healthcare drugs, and as we speak, FHC care drugs are in short supply in our hospitals.
So we're still doing it for now. We've done the final order. I think it'll run through to about September. I mean, all these projects come to an end, and the aim is always to transition. So we want to look at how to make these things sustainable, because you don't want to be in a position where particularly essential basic commodities are being supplied by an external supplier. So the discussions really are how we transition that over to for the government fulfilling, meeting those needs.
So it's in September?
The last shipment of that, because I mean all these I think every program, does come to an end. We don't do things necessarily in perpetuity. So we're now talking to the Ministry of Health about how that transitions over. I think so. We've been supporting the health sector for a very long time, and we're still there. But it's evolving.
Is it part of the reduction in the funding?
It is part of a reduction in the funding. Yeah. So, but it's also some of these, these. Saying we're not going to do it forever, and so there's always got to be a bit of a handover plan. Basically, we'll start something, and then we say, okay, we'll incrementally shift over to the government stepping in. So,
but after September, you not.
But after the September, we won't be procuring those the commodities, the healthcare commodities.
Well, hopefully we'll get to that point where we'll hold on to it. I'm looking forward to having the Minister of Health here. Anyways, hopefully we'll talk about our own plans as well with this solar. I think one of the things that has worked with the health sector. Before now, we used to have a lot of complaint with electricity outage at the hospitals, but now with the solar support that you've been giving, that has gone down a bit.
Whenever I visit the hospitals, it's really amazing to see how transformational it's been. And for example, in Bonth Hospital, we were looking at the number of admissions. It's gone up hugely because people see if they go to hospital, there'll be light and people will be able to do their jobs and support them. Whereas I think before people would just maybe not bother going because they weren't confident that the hospital would be able to help. So I think that's really improved just people's confidence in the hospitals and the
So finally, we started with the e-visa. Is there anything you think people need to know with the rollout? You said it's starting tomorrow, right?
Starting tomorrow. There's lots and lots of sort of explanations online. It is still a visa process, so don't just rock up at the airport. I think that's people do need to do the applications, and we need to do the applications well, making sure they're providing all the information, all the evidence, so that they can secure their visa, and then.
It's the same process. You go for an interview.
We don't do interviews.
Or you go do presentation.
Yeah, you just go and do your biometrics.
Okay.
You have to give your biometrics, but then you take your passport home and you just wait for your. So if people need to travel elsewhere or get another visa, they can do that at the same time.
Okay. So you don't need to leave your passport.
You don't need to leave your passport, which has been a big problem, I think, in the past. So you apply, and when it's ready, you'll hear
back. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Josephine Gold, the British High Commissioner to Sierra Leone. Thanks for your time. We've had a very good conversation. I wish you the very best, and hopefully we'll continue, to talk more when things happen.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Take a quick break. We'll come back shortly. They can talk to your next guest. Continue for Stay With Me.
Oh, Jah, see the youths them they cry. But all the votes where them vote politicians, they no care about them at all. Watch out. Oh, Jah, see the youths them they cry. But all the votes where them vote politicians, they no care about them at all. The youths man them no glad, we the youths them we no glad, The youths man them no glad, we the youths them we no glad, Do something for the youths man them. 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 The tell Munaki want the power. Munaki come close to the youth man them. The tell Munaki want the power. Munaki come close to the youth man them. Munaki sit down with we down the ghetto. Come this we say make we cast the votes. Promise for give we employment. If we make na go na parliament. But we Munaki don't get the power. Una no care about the youths again. We Munaki don't get the power. Una no care about these man them. But now for members say we will put you there.
Yes, remember we were put you there, we defend the part. That was a good conversation with the British High Commissioner, Josephine Gold, on the new e-visa system and also some national issues, you know, the politics, the tripartite and all of it. Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion. We can talk to the chairman and leader of the NGC and also Femi Claudius School of the Unity Party. But quickly before we join them, we go Algeria, who say we understand say some Sierra Leonean students them they face then they're on scholarship, but then they face some challenges. So it just about fits we bring out information and the story to the public. So on we video call now, we get Abdullah Musa Mara, internal and external officer for international students in Algeria, and also Ansumana Momo, we a student. Good morning, gentlemen. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Lamarana. Good morning, Truth Media, and good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us. Also, I understand say na Ansumana the talk or na Abdullah. Hello. Okay, it seems we get some. Well, we get better line. Is this Abdullah in the yellow or Ansumana in the white? Is that Abdullah or Ansumana?
This is Ansumana in the creamish white.
Yes, Ansumana, it's you can turn your camera back the other way. No, turn on landscape. Okay, this fine. This fine. It's fine how it is presently.
All right.
You a student, Sierra Leonean student, Algeria now on scholarship you go.
Exactly.
Government scholarship.
So in the first place, let me start by introducing myself.
Yes, go ahead.
Osmana, one of the beneficiary of the Sierra Leone International Granting Aid Scholarship, a bilateral agreement between Sierra Leone and that of Algeria.
Okay.
Fast forward for the.
So what's in this situation with you and you other colleagues, student them in Algeria, Sierra Leonean student?
Currently, for the past 18 months, the government of Sierra Leone, we meant to understand that they don't disburse the stipend for various students abroad, including us in Algeria. But as we speak, for the past 18 months, our own stipend has never been disbursed to we, and we've not get any clear explanation regarding the disbursement of our stipend for the past 18 months. And as a international student studying here, we are not just here as a student, but we are also representing Sierra Leone academically and diplomatically in our respective universities. And this delay has really affected our living conditions, academic focus. Some of us, even our research, it has affected us negatively. And also, even living accommodations.
How much money una don't use for the receive? How much una can get as an allowance?
Normally, every Sierra Leonean student is entitled to $1,800 per annum.
$800?
$1,800.
$1,800. How long you don't?
Exactly.
How long you don't take in Algeria?
6 years.
So how I don't use for the get that money there? Is it? I know I think there is an embassy now, a Sierra Leonean embassy in Algeria, right?
First of all, yeah, before the establishment of Sierra Leone embassy in Algeria, of our individual stipend after the government release.
So I've been asked, how would have been known to get the money? Is it through other mission or how?
Through the Sierra Leone embassy in Senegal.
Okay, now then on they remit the money to now.
Exactly. And even this current one, we meant to understand from the Ministry of Higher Education, Sierra Leone, it was confirmed to us that the funds are already in Senegal, the Sierra Leone embassy in Senegal.
So who una can communicate with? Is there anybody in Senegal at the embassy we can communicate with una? Una don't check and ask what the situation?
Well, currently, I understand that there has been changes in the embassy. Now we believe that there are new authorities, even those in charge of enforcement of our stipend. So this transition has really affected us, I guess. And currently, we know of the HOC, Head of Chancery, Madam, called by the name Madam Akapo. Yeah.
So, is there any hope that this will be resolved when they get una money through the embassy, or there is something else that una want the government for understand with waiting the happen with una presently?
Well, if there was a hope, we couldn't be guess. That's the more reason we are here appealing to the government of Sierra Leone. In the first place, we are very appreciative. We thank the government of Sierra Leone for giving us this opportunity to compete against other international students abroad. But this delay has really affected us in so many ways. So therefore, we are appealing to the government of Sierra Leone, concerned ministries, the commissioner to really intervene in this matter for us.
So how una they survive without getting the stipend? Won't I forget? How are you surviving out there?
It's really difficult because we are here in the first place. All the documents we have, it is boldly written on it. Studying, working, not allowed. So it's really difficult. If we are not allowed to work, we're just here to study. I mean, so there's living expenditures, upkeep, accommodations, and sometimes most of our colleagues, their papers, including their resident permit, has expired, and you can't just go and start renewing this paper. It requires, there are some expenses attached to it. So things are really difficult, like I said. This delay has really affected our living conditions, academic focus as well.
Now how much when a Sierra Leonean student them way they decide where you study? You know how many other students in the day were affected?
Yes. Currently we are 9.
9, okay. Well,
9 students.
Hopefully the authorities they listen and you don't talk on behalf of the other student them. Hopefully them go listen and go see way for resolve una issue and send una money and agree it's important. You didn't know that country will work and then they una able for survive and take care of una self and concentrate on una studies. But thank you so much for speaking to us this morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this one.
Thank you. That na Ansumana, one of the student them na Algeria, Sierra Leonean student them na Algeria, where they on scholarship and then say there's some delay in payment of their stipend and them being reached out to we and say they actually one lady authorities them aware say they not receive, waiting them for receive it. So yeah, that's it. The authorities them hopefully when they listen, the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Finance, and the one that we responsible. Hopefully, when they listen and go address the situation. They say just 9 of them now Algeria, and then they look forward for get the support way them for the get from the government. We can talk to our next guest. Them we'll take a quick break. We'll come back shortly. Continue for territory.
They cry for all the votes where them vote politicians and no care about them at all. Watch out. Oh Jaja, see the youths them they cry vote politicians and not care about them at all. The youths man them not glad, yo. We the youths and we not glad, yeah. The youths man them not glad, yo. We the youths and we not glad, yeah. Do something for the youths man them. 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 The tell Munaki want the power. Munaki come close to the youth man them. The tell Munaki want the power. Munaki come close to the youth man them. Munaki sit down with we down the ghetto. Promise we say make we cast we vote. Promise for give we employment. If we make na go na parliament. But we Munaki don't get the power. Una not care about the youths again. We Munaki don't get the power.
Wanna get the power, not forget the youth, you know, not forget the youth. Sierra Leoneans, them way they outside. The other day we talked to Sierra Leoneans in, was it Cambodia? The guys, them way being get this expectation for go get some job and then go put them into some scamming. There's still the seek support. The other guy messaged me the other day, said and they in touch with the ambassador to China and hopefully then go get the support they need. Well, they were in Algeria, they're there legitimately, they're students on scholarship and hopefully then go get the support they need. We can talk politics now and look at the political parties them as they prepare for the 2028 election. But one of the issues presently now the appointment of the Chief Electoral Commissioner by His Excellency the President. They've been sent out a letter to political parties, engage them as part of the consultation process we provide for by the law. So this morning I get the pleasure for welcoming to my studios Mohamed Kouma, Chairman and Leader of the National Grand Coalition, the NGC Party. Good morning, Mr. Kouma.
Good morning, Mr. Lamrana, and good morning, listeners and viewers.
It is a pleasure having you. I think on the video link, they expect to get Femi Claudius Cole, the Chairman and Leader of the Unity Party. Once we get him, we go introduce another program. But let's start with you, Mr. Kouma. The NGC Party, usai una day presently since the last election, una participate but not fully, right? Because una been getting an alliance with the SLPP.
Yeah.
Since after that, usai the NGC day presently.
Well, I would say the last election we participated fully. But although we not present a presidential candidate due to the alliance we've been formed with SLPP for the 2023 elections, and we've been sent candidates for members of parliament, councillors, where some win, some no win. We not win members of parliament, but we win councillors.
We lost all the seats we been getting.
We've been getting yes. Yeah. So, but we win some councillors. Okay, one for set that record district. Let people in office say no more.
Who side the councillors then?
We win na Cambia. We get this place na Falaba. So you see.
So it means una presence and dominance reduced from was it not about 4 seats in parliament where NGC been gets that una not win any seats. Honorable Dr. Kande Yumkela lost the election at Cambia and the other MP them we been win. I mean the alliance make una loss una prominence na the political space.
Well, at that time we can say so, but sometimes there are mistakes internally we will learn from the 2023 elections. Even forming an alliance, what we do, and the message be muddy. And the people of Sierra Leone, we say the way we've been there with the alliance and the message is all the same. I think we've been predominantly just focused on say, you know what, the presidency should win. This is so at the end of people and say, well, at the end of the day, so now SLPP more campaign for so we not been we own actual messages for members of parliament and councillors. I think that was the lesson we learned moving forward.
Una regrets as a party
for
joining the alliance day?
Absolutely not. We no regret for joining an alliance with SLPP at all. We can make it categorically clear. And even though, yes, we not get members of parliament, but it not be the necessity at the time. So when we participate, the leaders, everybody will come together, then take the decision and say, well, it is vital in the interest of the country for now, low from this alliance. So those decisions, we no can say now, say, oh, we regret them.
That decision, was it in the interest of the nation or individuals? Because we see after everything, Dr. Kande Yumkela is a member of the SLPP. He returned to the SLPP Usai Binde.
So it still shows you say the decision will be taken for the national interest will be doing. Because individual, anybody, and so the constitution clearly states you get the freedom for associate yourself whatsoever you want. So that one day, we know can say because in decide say okay, well now, go back like SLPP Usai come on. So we take and say well, individualistic decision on own. So that's it gets the right for the one for take the decision on own. In evolution for say okay today I go cancel back like an NGC or I go back na any other political party. That na in not also.
But the NGC was seen as a party where na a very effective and efficient third force. You know, with the seat in parliament, with in position then in addressing national issue, and the merger or the alliance make una lost that presence there, and some semblance of trust from the people. Say them people have been believing them for old APC and SLPP accountable, but the one who been lead the alliance then don't join the SLPP.
Yes, that's the small interpretation where people like Kiyebu get over what happen. But looking at the bigger picture now, when they say third parties and we can come, likely we can send a challenge to both SLPP and APC. Predominantly can be a face of one man. When that one man, they either if he die, that party them likely just for resurrect that problem. So, and NGC we get a great opportunity for sure say, yes, we been get this face when this person will let come and everything, it don't left we. So now let's carry out the ideals of this party while we be former. And I think say that transcend all over the country within Sierra Leone, they show say the idea of NGC was still there for either holding government to account, for state true to ourselves in the interest of Mama Salon. So that's you can show that one day. As we speak this moment for CC like NGC down there, one of the in terms of executive position within nationwide, no political party know the way get executive position and pass we can tell Unadande for free inside Sierra Leone. We ward executive election number alone for the 446 wards. We get over 8,000 executive members, not ordinary members, executive members right across the fabric of this country. And now we done most of 90% of our constituencies. We get over 2,000 executive there. So by the time we done districts, we go to region, we go to national, we get over 13,000 national executive, where they run the affairs of the party when are executive members, not only ordinary members. So the fabric is there.
You take over the leadership of the NGC in a rather controversial way. After a court matter, there's this faction of, you can say, Jismet, Suma, and other members. How much you able for bring the NGC party together?
Every political party, whatever they happen to NGC, they happen both everywhere. They happen to, as long as you're not functioning political party. If you know the function, they get turbulence. Then the natural. Not a controversial way, actually, I can say that. Not to court say I be chairman and leader.
But when I go court first and after court, when I go to a convention, right? When the party been the court, right?
The party be don't plan na indigenous Mwami Suma na been chair the national the NEC meeting. Because we constitution tell we say you cannot go beyond 2 years without having a national delegate conference because you get for consult the delegates, engage with them because politics they evolve. If the people away for give mandates, if you left them for too long, that's the rationale behind that part of the constitution. If you left them too long, over 2 years, you not consult them, no nothing, they not give new mandates, you becomes like say, because you're not chairman and leader, because you're not the national, whatever you want for do, you do no. They say every 2 years, you go back to national delegate conference, review what you have been planned, see what's in the future, on a plan and together, then give you a new mandate. So that was the time done the elapsed since 2022, December 14. We'll be get to a national delegate conference na City Hall and Bintumani. So the time don't elapse now. 2024 supposed for go as enshrined in our constitution. So he chaired the NEC meeting, then set up the date for the December 14. So in that meeting, by the time the end, things then come up there, where EBC then suspend them. And how they can say, the decision has been made. We forgot delegate conference na Makeni. And I didn't agree say na Makeni for do everything. So that was sealed and settled. We forgot national delegate conference. And when that happened now, I think they feel aggrieved. And I think a day so to the convention where the party don't prepare, don't spend, don't do rent hall, don't do this, everything, delegate and don't begin camp. Now they send them camp for cancel injunction. We self within a free town, we the plan for going on a McKinney. Then they can Islam injunction. So most of that thing they been camp, it puts we down, say the party be like, see, we not be they expect that. So we self we watch the document to say, bo, then people are so we want to see if in good faith then do it. So we self go, we challenge the injunction. And behold, the justice system, they see 2 points and we will lawyers and put across. So then vacate the injunction, they allow we for go ahead. So now so I become chairman and leader of the party.
So how you just made is still suspended?
He has been expelled by the party.
He has been expelled?
Yes.
So, but he's still around and still saying is a member of the NGC. Or so now that they have been asked how much you don't able for being party members together.
I can tell you, say the party for now 99%, 99% we are together, and the will of moving forward is there. The will most people will be resigned long time ago. They don't come back. Plenty don't come back, and the party then don't say okay we fix the party. So man because he be resigned and they take us this way so sometimes the party go die. We then see so they happen. But later they don't say oh no this party they function and we they move in a very positive direction and everybody the boss is there.
Okay. I'll come back to you. Let me try to see if we get Madam Femi Claudius Cole on the video call. Good morning, Madam Femi. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, unfortunately, I didn't have car.
Yeah.
I'm very much there with you.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. I'd ask same question again. How has it been for the Unity Party, since after the 2020 elections? You were unable to contest in that elections due to some issues with PPIC, I think. But how has it been for the Unity Party?
It's since 2023, it's been tumultuous for put our mind in it. In real case, we were actually simply excluded. As I say, there is no paper trail for sure say why we were excluded. It was judged and adjudicated in social media, basically on interviews and things like that. So we took the matter, and that was in 2023. We took the matter to court that we have been unfairly treated, and we were actually even denied our day in court. We waited for almost 2 years before finally Eddie and Fisher gave us the judgment. And we're in the process of appealing this. He actually fined the party 30 million. And I heard the judgment, and I have a little bit of legal knowledge, and I couldn't really understand what our transgressions were that justified that fee. So we are appealing. We're in the process of an appeal. So we're waiting for see how far we go. And I'm prepared to go as high as the Supreme Court because I know we're not fairly treated.
But the party hasn't been deregistered. It's still in existence. It's still recognized by the PPIC, right?
Yeah, the party has not been deregistered, contrary to what the Attorney General erroneously said. And he and I have spoken about that since that interview. So no, we have never been deregistered. We haven't met the criteria to be deregistered. So no, we are not. We're going to actually contest in the 2028 election. From hail or high water, as they can say. We definitely the contest.
The president
right now we're on.
The president been consult you on the appointment of a new electoral commissioner?
Yes, we received a letter asking for our view. Using the word consultation is a little bit more technical, I think. We got a letter. We received the letter on the 11th. the letter said that they asked for review. And we get 3 days for response from the date of the letter. The letter was written on the 10th, we received it on the 11th, and we had 3 days. But that very day, we craft the response and we submitted it. So, yes, we did respond.
So waiting are you party respond? We've not seen that public. Waiting are on a response. You support the appointment
My letter, we do not. My letter is very public. Social media, I'll forward it to you after the program.
Okay.
And what I said was, we do not support the appointment of Edmond Alpha. I said, firstly, we go according to what is being negotiated in the tripartite. The appointment of electoral commissioner should be a more robust, involving, inclusive process than one. Secondly, keeping in mind, say the 2023 election was very contentious. The result still people still agreed. International communities, they all felt it was a flawed election. So if the government spirit of full transparency, of fairness, of inclusiveness wants to employ a new commissioner, I think a new chairman of the commission, choosing somebody that was not an integral part of that flawed election would have been a sign of wisdom. It would have been a sign of an olive branch being extended to opposition party for say, okay, let me send somebody who not don't be part of this. This was all what's documented in my letter. So I said, the president surely has amongst the civil servants either a retired judge or there must be other people who were not deeply involved
But
in the elections of
the
2023.
constitution is still here. The president cannot say because we're reviewing or amending a constitution, we're not going to appoint person. And if for just wait until after the amendment and we don't know when the amendment will happen, maybe after the amendment, that will push in for a new process to appoint new person.
I don't want to let you, neither the public misunderstand me. Let me just say, if the spirit of what was negotiated in the tripartite, that spirit, I'm not saying the law does not allow. The law says consult with political parties. But what I can say is, for example, say me don't make you plabber. I cannot for can talk to you. I know they come back with a hot tone. I will come back with a soft tone. Or come back sometimes with a neutral person. Say, can help me let me talk to this person. I'm not saying you know be like me happen. I'm not apologizing. I'm not going to apologize. But one for say moving forward, me now the president. But in another few years, I'm not going to be president anymore. I want to set an example now na SL where everybody go feel let's say we hear them, we see say yes. I mean, Kata Center, new international communities, all said some of the calculations they did were mathematically impossible. So if we put under the BRE, and not say I get the power for people that I want. And consultation, when I get for tell me say we agree before I do am. Consultation means say engage. I dem lis ten to una like you dey give us say advice. You know they say papa you go take am o. Now you they use good judgment. But say now lis ten to this advice back. It makes sense. It not make sense. Okay, now make get the finals. Agree. But now listen to other views. So I'm not saying that the 1991 constitution is not in effect. No, sir. No to that I say. I am saying, knowing say if the spirit of the tripartite was gone into 100% wholeheartedly to move with democratic successful before. Using somebody who at meetings, as I said, he's a fine enough gentleman, then to not ever get blabber. But this is a man who, in the middle of SC meetings, will tell us it is done and dusted. Angela, you do excellent research for your programs. I am sure you don't see videos where he is saying, let me get the game. But it is not a game. It is people's lives. It is our democracy, which is fragile as it is, and important
Okay.
at that point.
I'll come back to you shortly. Continue to stay with me on the line. Lakanto Koma, you Una supports the appointment of the electoral commissioner, right?
Yes.
On what grounds?
First of all, the question we ask yourself, was the nomination legal? We answer yes. 2, we summon for what we call for, when we receive the letter, they send it to me as a process of consultation essential with the Constitution. So we know, and not only say for law we respond to him, I ask the Secretary General, say let he write the man himself where and don't give this nomination, make it submit to we a CV, and make it avail himself for law we, at least law we interview. Because you know an interview is a questioning. You get concern, you bring encounter him face to face. And with the man himself, very magnanimous, he sent to in CV straight off, and he accept for the interview, and we be put the interview, the venue will not be put to for meet. So if I been choose also for meet for this, but I in choose in the kind of party office for interview. So we set up a panel, we interview them, we concern them, we challenge them. Within that, all what we gather from the interview, because an interview not able to get the suitability of the candidate.
What concerns them?
We concern Sierra Leone first. For 2028, how 2028 get for look like. Because at the end of the day, the political tension is so high in this country right now. Not the way they do it, not they politicize. You say this one, you greet somebody, self, then go begin to say, oh, now this so you this so. Or somebody self will not ever sabi, then go begin to tell you then wait and they. But we get for look at the border side of Sierra Leone. We say, okay, now then they appoint you. We question them, some of the concerns that we get, he address them to with it, and then the panel satisfied with them, say, okay, Chairman, it's necessary for let you recommend this man. So now so we send recommendation.
Una concern about Salone in this interview, waiting at some of the about his personality or how we get for conduct the election or how we can make them free and fair and transparent.
Those areas are all covered, and also waiting in understand about the way forward of 2028. Waiting in understanding about this election where they come, and he puts to we a clear case to we say this is how in get for conduct himself towards the 2028 and understand what is happening behind within the happen. So it make it to be really clear, because we get concerned over the it's not only APC, Unity Party, everybody gets concerned. Because 2028, if we don't handle them well, this country will go down. Also no one time.
So in an interview with him, una get the assurance and trust say go handle the 2028 elections adequately.
Yes,
he get the professional expertise for handle the election.
It show we the professional expertise we show we say for able handler for sure say you understand what's in they happen. This man don't serve now this organization for over 21 years. Now that do we know. And also he don't serve as an acting head of this institution. This is the second term. So when you looked at a position of that, experience matter. Somebody that understands the institution, somebody that understands the role, and somebody that understands what in the role come with. Now some of them things they will look at, because we get for base them say, okay, you get the experience for handle what in the can happen, how you understand the organization. So those are the things that we.
So Femi mentioned something about the outcome of the 2028 election, and some of the tripartite recommended. I know UNA's other political parties are not part of the agreements, but some of the recommendations we come now in strengthening electoral reforms, the electoral commission, and also about the individuals we conduct the elections. So now not get concerned about the tripartite in recommendation and implementation process as at this time where we get constitutional amendments and appointment?
Mr. Ba, first of all, the tripartite in recommendation at the moment, there are some areas within the tripartite recommendation we will get problem with.
Which one, sir?
there are one of the things where they come up with and say, oh, this deregistration of other parties if you know win 2 consecutive election and all that and there are areas where they may come up with an agreement. But all this while they make so now just now what they can say na synopsis. You understand where we can? That's not the elephant in the room.
Which are the elephants in the room?
The elephant in the room is we can say the 2 giant political parties, both APC and SLPP. Let me tell you, they enjoyed the 1991 constitution really well. And we supposed for come and then identify, say there is a problem. This is the tripartite recommendation is not the first recommendation, not so. Justice Cowan's recommendation was there. You see all them problems there, so demand make a detailed recommendation. This is during President Kouroma's time. What happened to those recommendations? Then they just put them, then they hit them up. Fantastic job. So if we follow Justice Cowan's recommendation, if we don't adopt them long time ago, we know for the USA they sorted. Now tripartite don't come back. From the inception of the tripartite them come with just APC and SLPP because now then 2 been gets this APC saying no go work and all. We can understand by that. But when it come back to us, you can purposely transform into Sierra Leone electoral system. You get for involve all the players, irrespective of which I then call. But at the beginning, they may just start and descend at the 2 only, not so, for a very long time. The reason best known to them. So going on, moving forward, come up with a recommendation. When you allow 2 people who are competitors no more for say, oh, lawmaker an agreement, you know say the same competition can happen in 5 years' time. There is a recipe for chaos. As soon as the thing come, what happen? All man between APC go say that law, that recommendation, there's not so we make an SLPP counter. SLPP back say that other recommendation, and this why I counter. So at the end of the USA with it, we still lay back to square one.
So understand in situations like there were. You lean with the SLPP in addressing
we lean with Sierra Leone. With Sierra Leone and people. First of all, this thing of their recommendation also, we had wholeheartedly support, say, Justice Cowan in report and let them implement them fully. Because it's coming from a non-partisan.
So it's not the tripartite?
The tripartite now just, then also not, the APC and SLPP does not agree in this recommendation. Then SSF, then just put an no more. Some of them, they say, no, we don't agree to this. Imagine they sign them. They know, both of them, yourself are aware of that.
So why Unanofobin don't use a situation like this for make a position to the president saying that this one I want, rather than approving the appointment of in nominee somebody we're going to for appoint for the Electoral Commission?
Mr. Ba, first of all, we looked at what the Constitution say, not so, and we looked at I don't tell you say the premise why we approve them. We looked at the legality. Was it legal? Yes. Was it timely? Yes. Because at the end of the day, the civil service law say for the acting position for over 6 months, not so. The time don't elapse. I think yesterday I been in an AYV with my brother, the lawyer AKK from the APC party. I think they suggest say they for don't bring come back another person for like act in that same position. They say them bring come that thing. They say bo party. Then a whole institution where it be the mandates. You understand for whole this country. We begin bring kind like how they call and say but all man just a play out. So I say because that does not help. So at the end of the day, you need a steady leadership because the man where they can, go find yourself, a year to election, you count a new electoral officer head. Because how it will start the process? Because the process has started already. This is now 2026. So the process don't start. So INSEF need to put things together because not to one more, not to just where they can vote, no. They get for the voter registration, voter verification. So many things are supposed for them in the place. Staff then get for the train. So all it's a process so we all involved. All the recommendation where they party tripartite, some we make and clear, say we don't support them, say therefore call either somebody from civil society, interreligious council, this, that for camp. You don't do things like that.
With the selection committee.
Their selection committee, we they against them totally.
What they support?
We support the whole system with clarity. That's all. Say, if the president they consult the political parties, there should be guidelines to how the consultation should look like. Not to like first time everybody subject for just, you understand. If for be clarity, say this is how you go through your consultation. Because if you appoint somebody like, let's say the Premier League, it is so now, right? If they want to change new rules within the game, which thing they do? Now the teams and then they call, not so. They say now some of them rules say so now they want for change, which one I see them discuss, they all tie them up, they all agree they move. So if you go bring a non-political actor for can make a decision for can put the referee for a political player, so when they not get for participate, you understand? You create much more chaos. At the end of, let's say them bring somebody, nobody not get for ever agree.
No, but the recommendation is election is not just about the political parties, it's about the state. We said the vote, we are part of, we take part in the electoral process, right?
Yeah, but we frame the political.
Yeah, but the recommendation is the that there will be a select committee where institutions like how PPIC, you know, so PPIC, the commissioners, them institutions, and they send people for represent them, right? Now PPIC, the commission, the board, the commission. So the recommendation was institution elect, bar associations, large, and interreligious council go send representative them. We go serve as a select committee. We go advertise, interview people, and out of them people then recommend them, give 3 names to the president. Anybody where the president appoint and they don't go through a free, fair, and independent and credible process where the public self go be aware of. Because we say the vote need for get trust in the system and the process, right?
Exactly. Now here we come, you call it. Let's take example, the one that we call so the bar association. Right? The bar association now, as it is now, law will say them na independent body, but it's supposed to be not so. How the perception of within they happen so now? Some people go form this other group, they own lawyer society, the bar association there, and waiting happen. They can say even the association itself has been politicized. Not so. That is the perception. So when you get things like that, okay, now even Sludge, you get certain people, even though Sludge you do a fantastic work, you get certain people and say, "Bo, Sludge itself now has been compromised." So the political attention at this country, my brother, whatever you do, you will still get the same outcome. People and for the perception of politicizing it. So the best thing is, that the position will take. Say, but look, still engage the political parties. Look, we all agree. Say, party this man, so you don't recommend this man not so. We agree, say, okay, this one, yes, or we say no.
But as much as the institution are vulnerable to the political class, and so as political parties, they're very vulnerable to most times the party where they're in power.
Well, that's what they say. You know, we can't look like a party like NGC, Unity Party. Don't you tell us in a party we're vulnerable to the
but that is what you don't mention institution. Then now we don't put
those are. We deny that political game.
Yeah,
we are the political players. Yeah. We are competitors. So now we
and you can be compromised as well.
In the
political parties can be compromised as well.
Not
all. There's been instances.
Give one instance where NGC has been compromised.
No, I'm not saying NGC. You call institution. I mean, I'm a member of Sludge. Now the perception. Now waiting people believe.
The perception.
And waiting they happen out there.
That's why at the end of the day, the person for make be referee between political players, a political game, if for be an agreement within the political players.
In what sense? Is it about consultation again and the
consultation
power appoints to the president?
The power goes for appoint to the president, but with the consultation, with the engagement, proper engagement, so it should be with the enshrined clear. Say this is how you engage.
If we go beyond this letter I receive, beyond this kind of
we want a more than that. At least more time frame. We want a more engagement with this. You understand? And like what we do, so within a short time, we try for intervene. But if you give more gap, I think say other political party able engage with the person, able make a sound judgment of him, say okay now with all this why so we all agree, so that nobody no get for complaint.
Okay, I'll come back to you. I'll go to Femi quickly if we still get him online. I just want to ask Femi, and the Unity Party wasn't part of the tripartite the agreement for national unity and the tripartite agreement. How it become something where una they stand on, for look at the appointment of a new ECSL commissioner?
Well, that's a very convoluted question. The first part where they asked me, we were not part of the tripartite, I think was the travesty. The second part is there were things. I don't know if you asked me if I support the
Yeah, I'm
recommendations in
asking,
the
the fact that you are not part of this agreement, how does it become a
Mhm.
position that you'll hold if the president wants to appoint somebody?
They say you never throw away the baby with the bath. I don't review the entire staff recommendations, all of them. There are some recommendations there that are good, some recommendations there that are bad, and some recommendations there that are horrible. We were not a part of it. If we were indeed a part of it, probably like a minister, then don't kick me out of them. So I am not a support and I don't pull an entire document about these amendments they want for do. Waiting the chairman of the NGC they say, in part there are positions of waiting they say that you cannot have a football and then you go call the surgeon for can be referee. You cannot have a football game and then you can call the nurses for can play. The players and the referees and the linesmen all have to come together. This me don't condemn the entire amendment. Say it is a one way, it is a direction to a one party system. So I don't support. I support what the 1991 Constitution says, which is in consultation with political parties. Now, I get a little bit, I don't say disgusted, but a little bit exasperated, that's not the right word, is that all of a sudden, we not seem to understand the meaning of consultation. Because now you
But the
not even need a
NGC
dictionary,
understand
just
what
go
is
on your phone.
consultation. The other political parties, them, he say they invited the man, interviewed him, and before then give them respond. They understand what is consultation. The other parties then understand what is consultation. Then see the letter in the spirit of consultation.
Well, I guess we all bringing different knowledge and different intentions to the political space. Now, writing the letter, if we, for me, if the spirit was really to get our opinion, I understand why they did it by letter, and I'm not to say it bad. But once you don't receive all the letters, now the NGC is in a very privileged position because they were afforded a one-to-one interview with Mr. Edmond Alpha. We were not. And the engagement is not so much with Edmond Alpha. I know him well. I've interacted with him in PPLC meetings for a while. And when I say well, I mean professionally as a political party to a commissioner of the ECSN. That is the relationship I refer to. So if the president meant to really consult with us. Now, when you get a large group, there's a potential for conflict, rejoicing, for there to be disorganization. And he himself, the president himself, not necessarily get for do the consultation. That's why he has a huge cabinet and a huge team. But whoever facilitated the meeting between Edmond Alpha and the political parties, that is for them. I have no.
What could have been a better way? What could have been a better way to consult in the nomination or appointment of Edmond Alpha until maybe we get the amendment of the Constitution, we will clearly state how then they appoint an electoral commissioner?
Well, you see, it's two things. One, you have said that there is the 1991 Constitution, what it says is still in effect. What I said in the beginning of this interview was, if the spirit of the SLPP government is to have a free, fair, and transparent 2028 elections, of which this president is no longer a contender, of which this president is now the chairman of ECOWAS. So it is not just the people of Sierra Leone looking at him and his government, it is the whole West Africa and the globe. So I would say, look, people are still crying for the disaggregated data. People are still crying that these elections, I did not win them fairly and squarely. If I use someone who was an integral part of that 2023 elections, what message am I sending?
Will you have reacted different? Will you have reacted differently if not somebody else and not Edmond Alpha? Is it not because not Edmond Alpha?
If he had chosen, look, when you say somebody else, you mean if you pick me butcher or me?
No. I mean somebody else. If it not because the point you're making is Edmond Alpha was part of was part of those who conducted the 2023 election. I'm asking if somebody else apart from people who conduct the 2023 election.
Yes, A, choosing somebody of high integrity. B, somebody who does not have a party card for any political party, not mine, not SLPP, not NGC. C, somebody that has experience in civil service, somebody who is an administrator. You know, to pass it, GCSL is not rocket science. It is not. So choosing somebody carefully, keeping in mind those criteria, I would have supported wholeheartedly. And I would feel like the president is truly listening. That's my opinion. So it's the intention behind the choice.
So there is this amendment bill with the parliament where they suggest a get clause on how to appoint the tripartite where we've been on the reference talk about getting institutions and for appoint people we go in a select committee. But with the amendment bill, it's the president appointing these people. As somebody where then at the political space, what do you think is the best way? Forget the appointment of an electoral commissioner, where one of the political parties them go accept, even if there are disagreements, but one go understand.
Shall I tell you something? This what they talk about the very where a institutions that are free of influence from the executive, completely independently functioning executives. So we are dealing with a foundation that is somewhat very, very rocky. So, and I want to talk like this for candle presents for me Christmas, who are they fast asleep? No. We have issues whereby even what they put in that bill is effective. Because again, as you say, all the institutions and that are named have political influence. As the NGC chairman said, we have seen the political influence in the appointment of bar association. We saw it. You have to be blind, stupid, and dumb to say you didn't see the political overtones in those elections. So, if the president really wanted us to have trust, faith, as I said, Mr. Edmond Alpha, he's a pleasant enough gentleman. It is not personal. But as you said, don't talk, elections concern 8.2 million people. That baby when they born that morning of the election impacts that child. And what we always say, if you're going to make a good law. Don't make a law that is going to favor you for today's election, for 2028 election, which you yourself can be the victim of tomorrow. So I have written a whole paper. The amendment bill. I have said everything that I think is bad. I have pointed out everything is dangerous to our multi-party democracy, not because I am unity party, but because I am a committed citizen.
Mm-hmm. So should it remain how it is to appoint an electoral commissioner with consultation and, in the words of the NGC chairman, better defined in the constitution on how to consult political parties than change?
So look, if we have to now clarify what consultation means, then that can be done. If the consultation process has got to involve others, it is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it bad. You can have a broad consultation. Retired judges, civil service. You know what I mean? You can have people who are selected, but when the president does the selection, you have a problem.
Okay.
Because we see in appointments, the letters of appointments are written, it has pleased His Excellency. So if we are focused on pleasuring our Excellency, we will not have institutions that are free, fair, and independent. We will not. They will all have political party overtones and undertones. That is the truth.
Okay, Madam Femi, continue for Sylvia. I'll come to you shortly for local and close. That come to Kuba. The issue of we politics and governance presently as it is, waiting na NGC, and as I could have asked this a different way if NGC been still in a parliament. This bill still in na parliament. Waiting you think say could be the role of political parties in shaping some of the clauses them na that amendment bill, especially where now una get for depend the election and una need for get some input and trust and build some trust with waiting ever get for big change in the document. What do you think say for be on a role? And it not just be between, because the conversation mostly has been, it deliberately I invite NGC and Unity, because the conversation mostly has been between APC and SLPP. But when I say the contest election.
Yes, now that's what they prepare now. So that's why the process don't. Now that's what they prepare for now. So now, as the process don't start, building gets the mandate within the structure of the party. Say go to national executive, and then there will be time we will call for like a flag bearer convention, produce your flag bearer for contest 2028 election. As we say on this amendment bill within a parliament, so now, first of all. Me mama ode online, so now me and don't engage with other political parties them over and over from even the tripartite, from their recommendation, engagements with them and all lengths in there. And say it can a parliament so. When it can a parliament, I can publicly I say, look, this now we stand this as a political party. We put to stand out, and I believe say that will get an effect.
What you now understand?
We stand to some. There are some of the recommendation the way they put now, where they put. Some of them are wonderful. Like for example, the one where they say we forget a date, a fixed date for general elections. Let's say November the 2nd Saturday, every 5 years. It take away the. Everybody don't know now say, okay, we see you don't take power, so we know say November, if not 2023, 2033, you understand? November, the 2nd Saturday, we will be having our election. So that time nobody no can say, oh, this president he add time because nobody no go accept him. Because the clarity don't they now say, this is, you understand? So we wholeheartedly support those things. The thing they will not support to say, but look, in terms of the political space, some of them laws there, una just can't touch the political space. And una not just think say no more na APC or SLPP, they na salon. And when you check the statistics, over 35% of Sierra Leoneans and they're not affiliated to none of them party.
Yeah.
So there is a big border base there. So we for tap we the tap into. So if una can make no more just between una two, that means una they ignore more than 1/3 of the people. Una just think about una two. So we make we position really clear, and as you can see the effects there, a lot of engagement take place, and we engage to PPRC, to Parliament, we do so much things and what they do, and now they don't ask now for position papers. Say law present position papers and not also fine as the NGC political party as we speak now, we don't assemble with him and then with some lawyers them. we present to them waiting a we your main position paper as to the new amendment bill we day. Then we send it to parliament. I think that's politics, you know, which you get what to call you get for lobby. Because it's not the interest of NGC, but in the interest of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Let's say the law we then say for law we get the election on this date. That is good for Sierra Leone. Me and you don't know now, so nobody knows.
What's your position on the threshold for the presidency, the percentage?
The threshold for the presidency, we they say 50 plus 1.
Yeah.
And one of the two will make and clear say, okay, the 55% for day, but the person will get the 50 and above. If forget rights for meet with other political parties for let it get the 55. But that type of meeting and agreement should be enshrined into the constitution of Sierra Leone.
Then a coalition on the push for.
We are not pushing. We are just saying that in case you make it, because coalition don't happen. Coalition began from 1996, not to today.
So with your experience, you know, illegal now.
Because let them not tell you say a gentleman's agreement, not so. They don't make an agreement the way they say a gentleman's agreement. We understand that, but now this time let it be enshrined within the constitution of Sierra Leone.
So what you want to propose?
We they propose say for every agreement, so where they come for you forget you 55, where you negotiate, the method of negotiation, that agreement is binding within the constitution of Sierra Leone. That's what we are.
So say if somebody get 50, you not get the percentage.
Yes.
Then it need political parties elecuna.
It need any other, but let's say even let's say SLPP get 50%. They need APC and they for then top than 55%. If they make any negotiation between them two parties, then the negotiation has a clarity within the constitutional framework, and then it is binding within the constitution of Sierra Leone.
Is it about giving more powers to parties like way the two main political parties can need in the case of they not get certain percentage as a runoff, they need more votes?
No, we give power to Sierra Leoneans. Then a power to Sierra Leoneans. It's about just one, it is set out the tension. Then two, somebody them mistrust working there. Now some of them say one let the constitution spell out. Some mistrust in the way we say you can find out say sometimes the constitution there are gray areas where subjects everybody gets your interpretation. So say no. The constitution now where they come, if for be especially into electoral business, it get forget that clarity say. Even that layman not get any doubt, you go able to read them for you. Tell you say now this I mean and very clear. So now some of them say the way they push for.
That's a very interesting proposal. Quickly and finally, Madam Femi Cole, Claudius Cole. What's in now you position as somebody we don't contest for the flag bearer for the presidential election at this country? What's in now you position or the Unity Party position on the threshold, on the percentage of we person forget for win the election? Hello, Madam Cole. Okay, we still get a better network. But I want to ask as well, the NGC, how una the position una self presently? You say una they get election them where they go on. How una the position una self for being that you still consider una self as a third force na the electoral space, or una the try for grapple from the merger una get, if I could say, with the SLPP party?
Well, if you say for say third force or which I call, we not say we're not a force. And in politics, when you get an institution as a political party, we get over 13,000 executive members.
That's a big number.
That's a very big number. So we are not.
What's on a membership?
So it tells you, first of all, no ward not in this country where we not get over 30 members. It tells you in this country, right across alone. No ward. Check from everywhere. And the next step, what we'll get for do? We'll get for even establish and to even zones. That had the next plan that one day. Because we want for embed ourselves within the population of Sierra Leone. Let them own them, because now it's an ideology.
What's the ideology of the NGC?
The ideology is just put Salon Force. Whatever you do, the interest of Salon Force for at the back of you and call. Nobody know the way nobody know the way no one's let in home prosper, not so. And if it's Salon prosper today, to God, we know they get people away, go picking for go do temple run or one for go there abroad. We say one Sierra Leone and a young woman look like just you last interview you get then students away the over under. If this country is stable, the time we for be college in the other country they can and send them picking and not so something has changed. So we have to go back to the reset button and say, waiting happen. Let us bring back that glory Robin gets. That Athens of West Africa, what has happened to it? So we now some of them saying they would look say, you know waiting. Something don't go wrong for too long. Lord we reset back and come. There is something amazing about this country, but until we align ourselves as one, challenge whatever that is wrong, and then say, you know what, Lord, we put this country as so first. When we put our first to God's alone, God don't bless with everything. Now we say self with small division, then they look at say, okay, this is not Timni man, this is not Mende man, this is not Fula man. We're close to election process, becomes so toxic. And then we know they're able to enjoy the politics I was supposed to enjoy them.
The NGC still consider ourselves as being part of this government based on the coalition, based on the agreement we have been get that to support the president and then win the election? Or that relationship they don't scatter?
We're not going to say the relationship don't scatter because that is like an old for put up. No matter what happen, the government within and the government of Sierra Leone. Now we all governments.
But part of the agreement we have been getting that members of the NGC go get appointed positions, right?
Yes.
So that's not happening.
That was the 2023. That was the 2023 election, not so.
Yeah.
Yes, we get members and we EBC governments appoint them.
They still hold on to the membership.
They still hold on. Okay, we National Secretary General as we speak. You understand? So not, but that's not just because of job offer. We say, can't take Naya. So this either this ministry or this department or can be Naya. So it's not all about that. Sometimes you make an agreement. The main purpose for me when we get the idea was to say, you know, we have to have this alliance in the interest of Sierra Leone at the time. So now, coming 2028, we are now planning. We're doing our things to ensure, say, we now get ourselves ready for contest for 2028
election. We consider ourselves as part of this government who help for bring power.
We no need for consider ourselves. We are part of the government. That's the government of Sierra Leone.
Yeah, but that is common understanding. That is general understanding. We are all part of the government. I mean politically, because una support them politically. That is what I'm asking.
Well, the agreement that was made now for the 2023 election.
Yeah.
So if you say, oh, you consider yourself, I don't know who's waiting the tide way they try for Brian Cancer.
But you had an agreement. You get terms and reference, right?
Yes.
They get on involvement. One word don't mention appointment.
Yeah.
Just their appointment and they make una consider ourselves as part of the political part of the government. Una go take responsibility if anything happen, if there is good, if there is bad.
For say
una na part of this government politically.
Not so NGC no more people where they appoint at this government.
No, I'm saying una get agreement with the SLPP then before the election. And like you say, una not contest for the presidency. Una support them. Una campaign with them, right?
Yes.
So that is what I'm asking. If una still consider that the agreement is still
we still the agreement will still lay on into them because na 5-year period.
So waiting, una don't implement everything, or there are things when they are the agreement we not implemented yet.
When you check the agreement, nothing other the way it be say not being implemented. You understand? If we say you talked about, you asked just about position, not so. I give you an example.
Yeah, you call one person.
We get regional secretary. We regional chairman and Northwest. There's so many people away. We get people away within this government where they work. Then we know that one day.
Okay.
Yeah. So for say we know. Yes, the agreement for these 5 years, of course, we did into them. That's we get for own up to them. Okay. And one thing we'll make with the own up to them, it's not only because of say job or which I call. We get for show we self say, if you make an agreement with NGC go always hold on to your own bargain. We know to people who will be say they just throw the spanner just because of say, oh well, this I know we can't throw tantrums say no because of this. No. We know this so. Because at the end of the day, in the interest of Salon, whether good or bad, now one Salon we get.
So for 2028, the NGC will not be going into agreements with any political party, you'll be putting a flag bearer, a presidential candidate.
As we speak now, that's the position of the party, say, will they put presidential candidates. And people in the don't be interested in becoming flag bearers of a party, as we talk.
So when I get timeline for choosing a flag bearer?
As soon as by April 25, 26, we'll come out convention, we'll go announce the date for the presidential convention for elect with flag bearer.
Okay, we're open to membership as well.
Yes, we as long as we open to membership, as long as you're a Sierra Leonean, and then you meet the threshold of the 1991 constitution, we will constitute a very open. We know they can begin to you say as long as you electable, because we say one for win. So we want for say like Mr. Lamran and so now he can say you know it. I want for be flag bearer for NGC. That's it. Say, I'm in the face of this country.
Which kind of leader, which kind of person they look for?
And first of all, the person forgets high integrity. He forgets a purpose for Sierra Leone. He for fitting within the constitution of Sierra Leone. At the end of then, now some of them say they would look for. So you forget the heart of Sierra Leone. Then you for believe in say this is the NGC ideology about Sierra Leone. So when you nadentin and they win our criteria, you for believe in say this is your ideology. It's not about us. This is about the common good.
Finally, as chairman and leader of the NGC, I just want to ask you, what's in your assessment of the political climate, the things that are going on where perhaps as a political party, una have get position, una satisfied with what is happening so far, whether it's between the APC and the SLPP or generally with people in the country?
If you say we're satisfied, that is just I can say a big time, a big waiting and call. We get side also we satisfied, we get side also we get problem, and some of the side also we get problem. Now the tension of politics, because with political cycles are not the close. Election London 2023, that moment they announce. Tension still happen. People and they into campaign gear, they into surrogacy making things. You understand? Like say we still deep campaign mode. I believe say we one of which they always recommend say as soon as results don't announce, then certify them. Nobody no contest them or which they call because no election no the person go lost go say if free and fair. We say 2018 we know say the thief vote. Because I know that say the thief we vote 2018 election, and I know say then stifle we, because that time we not been too focused on, we not been too savvy why then they happen. But now we don't learn no. So, but having said that, you will get areas in way it be say now that political climate now they will go for tamper down in the interest of Salon, because when the political temperature calm down, then we all here will focus on the administration. Say okay. We want to see what you guys, this is your manifesto, not so. If me, I can tell you, 90% of Sierra Leoneans are not able to understand what's in the big five. You understand? Of the president. So if you don't understand them, how you go able to hold them accountable? So you can only hold somebody accountable when the temperature is down. You're in a cold mood, then we're able to focus, say, okay, sir, Mr. President, yes, now that you don't win now, not so. We are looking at your big fives now that you promise us now. We keep all out to account. But if the temperature just didn't know more, this why so they make so trivial thing then becomes the order of the day, my brother, the stability is difficult and investors have go on away.
As politicians, you think say this could be addressed, you know? How do you ease the tension? How will it be about policies and programs and addressing the things same way they affect the people directly?
It's a proper engagement, and then by also with the political parties, we get a role for play, especially with the leaders. We get a role in playing that. Say, look, some of we differences where we can get and put them publicly. So we need for come indoors and begin see we say we are working together. Both all leaders we supposed to come. We need for send a message of unity, because until we the leaders of political parties we send the message say we are united. Then we follow as they will take that message. Then the country will be united. But when we begin to send messages, mixed messages, like say, we no agree to this one not for talk to this one. You know, this country don't do now sometimes, and then see yourself, you wear some kind of color clothes and say, you don't see, you don't align yourself, and we sometimes and they you best color. Nah, you understand?
Yeah.
Me like one of me best colors. Now one I like red because me na born United supporter. You understand? I like me red, which I then call, and white and all length in there. But guess what? If they see you, I say, oh, chairman, now APC, they don't go. Every time I ready, they come, then they all length and they see you back. Now so 110 day. This I can tell you this. I wear one green clothes, so for me, find one of me my brother. Now in so I work. I see I like I pray now. I say, ha, chairman. This way you don't deny, SLPP don't go, so you green pass mad as I said when at the president. I was like, bro, I said this close, Alexo, you can't come I say, but this I go wear. No matter what you say, I go wear this clothes because that man they designed this clothes here for me, and I go wear. You know they can't change her. If Man United they play, I don't say na day way that we can. I go wear me Manchester clothes.
Yeah.
No matter what you say. But that's then color there, so Lord left for the trivializer.
Yeah.
Let we bring the temperature down. Let we allow CSF. If I don't say this over and over, if election don't pass, let us allow the ruling, let them govern themselves. Let them govern the country.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when the president succeeds, the country succeeds.
Yeah.
And for look at the success of the country, rather than the success of the political party. And I believe say SLPP less than in governance. Therefore, then CSF say, okay, you know what? We want President Bio for succeed, not so. No matter the tension, themselves for lead in bringing down the temperature.
And work with the political party there.
Work with everybody.
Yeah.
And I believe some of those things now they made a push. That's how I believe. Those are the things they made a push. If behind the scene, publicly and secretly say, this is the way we need to do. Because law will not just don't win election, they'll still behave like Sosilipan campaign.
Yeah.
It is still effective for a political party then. I can tell you for free. Look, this lower level will happen within the SLPP. When they see some of the video clips of the community, people are angry. So those are things. But internally, they able to try for calm, then talk, they settle. SLPP being getting you notice so tension being there. We say we on tension being there heavily. The area so it be say trust me. At the end of the day, I say, but una self, what you need this tension for? I say, but so some of them here, we self within the political parties now do for bring the temper down.
Okay.
So now some of them and we want a Sierra Leone it be say really peaceful because we're peaceful, investor they can invest. People will get job. But if we just focus on we parties and no more say, okay, well, you know, till opposition we can do us, make some kind of la then say, oh well, NGC, you understand it, the old young ground. That's because you can say those things for maintain you base.
Yeah.
Those are the idea, and that's wrong.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Chairman of the NGC, for joining us this morning for get this conversation on a position on the appointment of the Electoral Commissioner and also the constitutional amendment, the tripartite, and all. We're going to get a conversation there and see what's in una safe now on a position on national issues, and because it's important, the contest election, the campaign, a part of the democratic process. We'll take a quick break. We can talk to Frederick. We get some updates quickly from Falaba on the border issue between the Sierra Leonean and Guinean militarism. Now we go in the program with you. You can talk to them briefly as to what's in the new updates. Continue for still till they come back shortly.
And some them not for support you that's in a power. And when you want for enjoy them, just tune your radio. You go hear the drama. We man them the ready grammar. Now FM salon I keep in a party, me say every day. Radio station for all the politicians, me say right down day. The party king well, the party king jam. The talking plenty and the shocking one. So argument. Ruling party king day, opposition themselves king day. I tell you, third first king day, Vuvuzela themselves king day. This now we party, political party. For all the politicians, me say right down day. Because I want to make them know now politics stop put me the ruling party. Now politics stop put me the opposition. Now politics stop put me the now politics stop put me the Vuvuzela. Now politics stop put me the balance can take a mood. Now politics stop put me the every brother. Now politics stop put me the every sister. Now politics stop put me the over there, jump and grab the microphone and begin for talk. They not calling
Politics never put we bien. If okay we go before definitely. We all for do it thing right as political parties them and political parties them for understand say election is not just about them. It's about us as well, the people. You know now we the votes now we the now we then the campaign to now we the elect. Power belongs to the people. And yeah, hopefully we ever get Femi Claudius Cole now the studio here one day. Unfortunately, we had to have her this morning, but to get some emergency, so we've been the travel. But hopefully we'll get an someday. It's always good speaking to her, it's always good speaking to her. Hopefully we'll get some. But thanks to them for joining us and at the program we'll talk about them party position them. Hopefully this week we want to look at how we go get other political players them for talk about the appointments and other issues them we they happen, and as well the constitutional amendment. We look one forget about and small. Everybody is about the appointment of the electoral commissioner. But I'll go follow back quickly and get with final updates as there's any new development. Good morning, Frederick, once more, and welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Ba, good morning.
Frederick, you don't get any information from the security authorities them na Falaba, where you get any updates as to the waiting at the status of their officers there with the in custody? They don't release them or they still hold them?
Well, they say the 15 people that wait under arrest and still they now the custody of the Guinean soldiers there. Where then they currently now Farana. Because immediately after I done the report, they reach out to security stakeholders at the district. They say then they don't go down Farana. As for now, they don't know whose further steps they will take, whether they will continue with them for go down Akuna Street, but as for now, say then they na Farana. And they say they don't do deployment na Kaliere because there are people waiting come on Kaliere good farming now inside with the Guineans and don't claim saying at that place. So they don't do deployment and they don't encourage the one that would end in a Kaliere to let them comply with the security measures for now until they put every situation under control.
So they're not able to communicate with the officers them in any way?
Well, they say then try for talk to them, they not they respond. So what did they do? Where the 300 soldiers away then come, where then they return, then left some men there, then give them strict measures for say that particular side, we said and this issue, not to Salon get that. They know one for the non-Sierra presence at that Friday. So they left them young man there. So we on security system back and don't send reinforcement, but let them keep the place secured. For now.
But there's no tension, right? Is there any tension or the even with the presence of the Guinean and Sierra Leonean military, them the place peaceful?
Well, no tension, no. The only thing the people in Kaliere can be afraid whereas there are some where they be left the township because of the things we don't happen. But when they see the heavy security presence at the place there, I think people don't calm down. The only thing they don't restrict the movement and force. Because the Guineans, then you side, then they secure them place. So for now, they don't see that movement and force until everything calms down.
What's the reaction of the people the people na Falabade or generally? Is there any reaction? People in panic? Is there any panic or fear with what's happening so presently?
Well, panic day now the people inside now Falaba. Because one we don't complain for say the security personnel in Falaba district enough for man security. If you look at million soldiers there are all 13 of them and 2 police officers. Then go with them. So that they don't make people and they say, hey, we're not secured. If the other foreign soldiers that then they come out of the country, then can't own the soldiers that then go with them. I think the security not enough. And all citizens and the political government, so let them send for full reinforcement at this stage. There's way talk to the security officers that One, they say mobility not there for let the man pass through and the personnel back way they now, both the soldiers and
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick, for that update there. We hopefully go talk to the spokesperson for the Ministry of Defense, the ISLAF. Hopefully, we will get some update from them or the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on this story, developing story as things and they happen. Hopefully, we'll get an update from you for get out to the public. Yeah, the video where they watch shown, I think like these are Sierra Leonean military officers them after the whole situation happened, and one of them, where the officer where they say them damage, he don't get treatment now.
well, the Agua reach to them, they say they don't take them, they don't move with them for let respond to treatment. Because now the only police officer way, military officer way escape. So now we're able to give details of what exactly happened. But they don't restrict them for them not talk to anybody because until it comes to a normal sense. Because when they think that it happens, the individual can become panic. Until it comes to a normal sense, then they see them to allow them now for them to explain what exactly happened.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick, for the update there. We will keep an eye on the story. Hopefully, the authorities then will come out with a statement and we will follow up on that. But thanks for your time and thanks for the update from Falaba District. And our man, Frederick Bilal from Falaba, he give you updates about the situation. Now, one partner, the border, who say we don't confirm, say, 13 military officers and 2 police officers, they're in the custody of the Guinean military, and that now the information we get. It's a developing story as and when we get a statement or comment from the authorities, then we'll bring and come to now continue for follow we on with social media and also listen to we on radio as well. Now the end the Truth Morning Devotion for today. Many thanks to we guests that we don't join we and one join the student them now Algeria, the Sierra Leonean student in Algeria for draw the attention of the government to the condition. Then they ask for the stipend for able to take care of themselves as then they on scholarship, about 9 of them now Algeria. Many thanks to we viewers and listeners them. We don't be with you from this from 6:30 up to this time. The Truth Morning Devotion they return tomorrow 6:30 as always. We can start early and end by 10 a.m. So they'll meet back tomorrow. As always, for God and country, serve your conscience, be honest, sincere, and do waiting right, avoid waiting wrong, be a law-abiding citizen, to enemy of the state, support the government who strive for support them, and hold them accountable, ask questions. That's not part of your role as a citizen, The true nine, they always last. So they'll meet back tomorrow. Have a lovely day. And stay peaceful. We'll bring on an update from Falaba as and when we get them. Just continue for following on the social media platforms. We will get to know information as and when things and they happen. Bye-bye and continue for stay with Truth Media.
They cry, but all the votes where them vote politicians and not care about them at all. Watch out! Oh Jaja, see the youths them they cry, but all the votes where them vote politicians and not care about them at all. Wiki, the youths man them not glad, we the youths them we not glad, The youths man them not glad, we the youths them we not glad, Do so